going to kneel.
They're going to cheat. So you're saying that the 49ers are
Twitter is
recording
fun.
this stuff.
Twitter is
Trash
pretty
to
fun
Cash
right now.
Podcast, episode 20, Sports Ball. Carrie's disappointed.
We're all,
The
me and Kevin are
Detroit Tigers
depressed.
have lost to the 79ers, and everyone's sad.
It was garbage.
I was watching it with them, and I was,
It
I
was painful,
feeling the
y'all.
pain. Yeah, I was feeling
It
the
was
sports
painful
pain.
to watch it with Dave. I mean,
Yeah.
there were words like home run,
Yeah,
I learned
there
about
were
a touch field
the
back.
timer,
Yeah,
how much
What's the
time
thing
is
called
on
that
the
you wanted
timer.
to happen? The touchdown.
yeah,
where
the
they hit
penalty, the
ball
penalty
10 feet?
kick. We told you all about the penalty kick. You were very
Onside
interested.
kick. Onside kick.
Onside kick is what I was hoping for, but it didn't happen. So I'm really upset at Bill Belichick. Is he on this team?
Soon.
I've heard his name.
Soon.
No.
Is he a coach?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
What's he coach?
They're going to hire him somewhere. He got fired or something.
Oh, really?
Sports talk. They love sports talk here at Trash to Cash. Welcome.
Guys, welcome back from the Trash to Cash Orlando Bash. This is our first episode since. We've had tons of videos made about the event. Thank
Yeah,
you,
it's like a
ABC Max.
cottage industry of
Yeah.
making. It used to be just cottage industry of making fun of me. Now it's everybody. Now you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
are here too.
Well, there's a couple things going on. There's the people who made videos at the event and of the event, such as ABC Matt and no one else. And then there's
Y'all
also
go give him subs.
Yeah, give
He
him
needs-
subs
He needs to get to
Give him
1,000.
subs.
ABC
Give
man,
him
go check him
subs.
out.
he really, you know what's funny is he really had that. I could tell from his eyes and stuff that he was like truly excited about Kevin's trailer. Like Kevin's trailer, like he's doing like shots in front of it, like glamour shots in front of it.
Yeah.
And I just like, dude, Kevin's not famous.
Dude.
He just wants you to
Yeah.
think he's famous, Matt.
It's just a dirt. Do you know how many Taco Bell bags I found in there, guys?
It's a lot.
17. They were only in it for like 3 days.
Yeah, and they somehow had 17. You know, 31 to 34 is a respectable score. I'd go home with my head.
Not
held
when you go
high.
for it twice on fourth down. It don't make
yeah.
it. It just made it
I
worse.
don't know
Should have
what
been
that
better off
means,
if they were
but
down by
yes,
10.
The words you're saying.
Fire
have meaning.
everybody. Fire them all.
Yes. Wait, they're still playing though. There's 30 seconds
No,
left.
it's over. We've been trying to explain to Dave that it's been over for
We
a
told
long
Dave
time.
2 minutes ago it was over and he wanted to watch
Dude,
it. So.
there's 25 seconds and it's the third down. They just got to screw up 2 more times and then they
It's-
got to give the ball up,
They're
right?
kneeling, buddy.
They're going to
kneeling.
kneel. They don't have any
Yeah.
more timeouts.
Yeah, but
There's the
but
play
25
clock.
seconds.
Dave, we'd have to explain football to you,
How do
dude.
sports work?
Well,
whatever.
they're actually not going to kneel, Kerry, because they do have one timeout left, and then they called it after that. They have to punt.
Yeah, they have to punt.
they gotta
See,
punt.
I told you. And then the
They
guy's
got to
going to
punt,
get.
and then he's going to have like
home run.
one play, and then he could hit a field goal.
He
Then we
can
have to
hit a field
turn the
goal.
podcast off for a second and watch over.
100-yard field goal. 100-yard field goal. That's what I want to see.
Is Jason Hansen still the kicker for the Lions?
I don't know. I don't know.
It was for like
But
in
no,
the
so
90s.
ABC Matt did like a little
Matt.
review, and then we had a bunch of people trying to step via audio song joint. You know,
Yeah, dude, it was the song Apocalypse that was created.
I would say it was a little upsetting how good Shane's was. But
Yeah,
no
it
one
was-
else's compared.
Yeah, Shane's was. Yeah, Shane probably was a sucker MC back in the day, as the kids say.
Yep. And One Foot Flipper did something. They're all hugging, but the
I don't know
clock's still
exactly
going,
what
guys.
One Foot
I think it's
Flipper
over.
did. To
He
be
just
honest with
he
you.
played music real loud and kind of whispered in the background.
He just-
I'm
he
not really
whisper
sure what he
talked.
said. But did he send you the script of his song?
He did. He didn't follow it. I'm upset about it.
Yeah, what's
Oh, really?
I asked Kerry. It's just, everybody asks Kerry for permission. It's okay, do everything. Just
Well,
ask Kerry.
I know,
Kerry
yeah.
can't
Well,
take
that's
Well,
the line
I
was
can't
low.
be. I can't be a narc. I can't be a
Except
narc
for
and
the
tell him
guy
not
at the
to.
flea market. He can tell him no. Boy, he
Yeah.
can.
Oh my
he can.
gosh!
he
Back
can-
out coin guy. Back out-
Oh, man, let me
Oh
tell
my
you.
Back out coin
goodness,
guy.
Carrie.
You're
What
such a
happened?
shield, dude. And then you get in there and you post this stuff,
Dude,
and you posted it thinking you were right, didn't you?
Do you know? No.
That's what-
He was in my garage and he's like,
No,
"Dude,
I'm like, I'm
watching
gonna
this
get-
back. I'm watching this
I
back, and I
look
think I might have been
terrible.
wrong."
I
And
think
watched
I
him,
even
like,
asked you if I should post it,
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
telling me you almost got in. You were the one that came up with the hook.
I did.
I almost got in a
And How
fight,
did it work? How many views?
dude. I made like a lot of money, and I've got like 2 million views. So it's
Yeah.
hard to explain to people why you do the things you do. And I wasn't wrong. I was just tired, confused, and distracted,
No.
per
Listen,
usual.
But the problem was like you were wrong, but you were wrong in so many ways as far as like confused. You were literally just confused. Like your brain wasn't functioning because it was before noon, I think. Like
Yeah.
some of the stuff you were saying and asked him to repeat, I was like, how did he not hear that? Like, you just said it 3 times.
It's because he was looking and trying to process what he was looking at and wasn't listening really.
And
to
it was
everything.
before noon. And it was before.
And I had
That's-
Dave talking you really wanted to ask why not or whatever. You were just being a troll when
making
I was trying to
jokes,
do the
bro.
deal.
Well, it's not the same. I went to the thrift store after I dropped Carrie off. Like, there's a thrift store right there, and it made me sad to not have Dawn there finding all the stuff. I was like, I got to do the work now. What the heck? And that was kind of sad. Carrie wasn't
Dawn
there,
is
just, like,
the key.
loafing. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
We
I find
knew,
a good
but
couch
now
and
we
I just
really
take a
don't.
little nappy nap.
Oh my gosh, Carrie! But Dawn must have been when she was watching you. Was she with you when that was going on?
Nah. Well,
She
me and
no,
Dawn
she
were
was,
kinda-
like,
me and
off to
Dawn
the
walked
Because
side.
that
away.
guy would have given your money back way sooner if Dawn was there.
Oh yeah, no, Dawn.
It wouldn't even been.
That was part of like the awkwardness is me like fidgeting with the coins. Like, how am I going to do this? I don't want to have to like,
Looking
confront
around
this
where
guy.
Dawn is. Like,
Well,
where's
But
listen,
it did.
2 million people watched the video. I guarantee the 10,000 that watched this did not. Basically, what happened is Carrie's at the flea market. This guy clearly points to these coins he's selling for $20.
It wasn't
And then
100% clear, to
Carrie
be fair.
agrees to it, gives him the $20, and then starts taking everything off the table. And the guy's
The
like,
problem
"Dude,
is
not that stuff."
the problem is he said all the coins a couple times, and I don't think I was paying attention fully. There was like so much nuance to it. That's why it was a good video. There was a lot
I
of
sympathize
nuance.
for you, Carrie. I do.
No, but I mean,
The only
in-
thing I don't get, I have one thing I don't get, is your argument with him was, so you want me to buy the stuff I don't want. So you
Exactly.
only wanted that one little piece? Like, why didn't you just ask for the price on
No.
that one little piece?
He
you were
was
saying
getting
you didn't
every.
want
He
Yeah, I
didn't
wanted that
really want
included
the
in the
stuff
deal.
that was there. He wanted the other
But
stuff.
you said you didn't want any of that other stuff. You only wanted the little piece.
I
You said
wanted
you
that
wanted to buy
and the
the
other
stuff I don't
coins
want.
because that was going to be what I thought would make me 5 or 10, $12 on whatnot and cover the risk of the rest of the stuff. Or else I didn't want it because I felt like the foreign coins were too. I just thought it would be interesting on whatnot,
Whatever.
especially how
You
our
just
whatnots
wanted to
were doing.
make a viral video.
That's what he did.
You
Dude, that's the thing
forced
about
yourself
viral videos.
You
into
need that
it.
When
guy
you
to do it.
This is how Kevin makes viral videos. Here's the thing. He'll set up stuff,
Don't.
fake pretense. He'll
Oh,
like buy
gosh.
he'll buy weed dolls from people. That seems off brand, by the way. Weed dolls, really?
Yeah, and
Because they were in
that
the
was a little
bin.
weird. That was a little
Oh,
It is.
please give me a
Gosh.
break. Listen, I know Carrie well enough to know that he would not put himself back in that situation voluntarily, even for a viral video.
But man, was it perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
you couldn't have
That's
gotten
like-
luckier.
No, I got lucky. And that's always the thing when you have those moments, and you guys know this, except
Oh,
you're
yeah, you
better
know when you
probably
got 'em.
editors than me, is like it's a lot of pressure because I'm like, I got to somehow convey this. And there really wasn't a way to convey it without me kind of looking like a dummy. So I just went with
Well,
it. I
you
just
could
went
also
all in.
just, like,
Because
if
that's
it-
Dave's brand. Just lean
dummy.
in to the fact
Yeah.
that you're not good at this.
Yeah, I literally had.
Yeah,
this
Dave
lady
would have
yelling
gone
at
through
me
with the
other
deal.
day.
Just
He
like,
would've.
oh, I screwed up. I just whatever.
I would have been like, you know
I
what?
should have
Take
went
20
through and
extra
came
bucks.
back. I should have went off, filmed myself leaving, and then come back to the table. That would have been.
So,
I would have.
Carrie-
Oh, that would have been great.
Carrie came over to me after, and I look over at the guy, and Carrie's like telling me that he just was a jerk to the guy. He's like, dude, you would have loved that. I was such a jerk to him, basically, is what he said to me.
He
And
told
I
me
look
to.
over, and the guy is like watching Carrie tell me this, like, and he's just looking at Carrie like he's going to punch him in the face.
I've actually,
gosh.
Dave, I've got priceless footage of Carrie coming over and talking to me that I will probably use against him.
Really?
That's probably, it's priceless. He's like, dude,
Fair.
you won't believe what just happened. This guy
Yeah.
tried to rip me off. This guy just, he was,
Well, and then the best part is the guy didn't.
No, that's the. I think
Yes.
I think there's a few people, and I don't want to say I probably wasn't the case, but there's a few. He was intentionally vague. I felt like he could have made it a lot clearer than he did. He could
He
have
could use
just.
his hand.
Well, he was
instead of-
using that funky
the
thing
Trump
that was.
Yeah, and then like he
Yeah.
didn't like. I should have put everything in a pile. Is what I should have done, and I didn't. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting because when I went back and edited it, I told you that before I edited that this guy tried to rip me off. Then I edited it and I realized no,
Yeah.
that
You know,
Yeah.
I
if you
look
had wanted-
stupid.
If you had wanted a little more money, you could have punched him in the face.
I love the comments. I love the comments.
Oh, they're so good.
Why would you post this? You look like an idiot.
I love it. I love it. There's so much. People are
There's
trying
still
to cancel
time to
me.
take this down.
I
do think
love
the
those.
guy
I'm like,
did
why
the
would I
right
do
thing.
that?
If I was him, I would have given your money back too. It was confusing.
Yeah, I do too. I
would
would have too. Yeah,
And
I
he
I think
did.
that's the whole
Took him a
premise
little while, but he
too.
did.
The whole premise is okay, whether people agree with me being wrong or right. If I'm still at the table, it's one thing if I left, but if I'm still at the table, I mean,
I don't think
it
that
might be
makes a
annoying.
It's just decency. I mean, you paid
Well-
for it. It was a deal. I don't think the table matters. Although people were saying that, I'm like, I don't know. If somebody makes a deal, then it's a deal. But at the same time, the guy has every right to say this. Hey, I'm going to give this back to you. I think he did the right thing. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I've done returns at that same flea market before. Someone, sells me something. It's not what I thought.
You weren't going to
and
ask the
brought it
lady
back.
at the 301 that had poop all over the stuff for her money back. You did ask for it back.
I gave it back, assuming she'd give me my money back,
and she didn't. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, just keep the.
She just
keep
kept
this
the item
and
and
keep
the
the
money. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
I was
that's a
at the
strategy.
point where if I didn't get the money back, I probably would have left the coins, which makes no sense. I was just annoyed.
Yeah.
So
I
just
was
let him keep the money.
The only time I've got a return that I can remember of, I actually bought something and then got my money back for it was with you two at the 127. It was a jacket, and I pulled it off. I was walking away, and there was a big old tear under the arm that I didn't see.
You know, my favorite part about that was Uncle Steve. Big fan, Uncle Steve.
yeah,
big fan.
the real Commonwealth picker.
Speaking of golfers, I got rated by Stacked Golf. I've never seen that many viewers leave that fast before. Stacked Golf raids me, and I'm selling a freaking $2 plush, and everyone's like, "Why?"
They're like,
I was like,
"And
"Wait,
we're
no, I'm
out."
going to give away this Harley Quinn plush." Still gone.
They're like, no, not interested. We're looking for Odyssey putters for $3. That's what we're
Dude, I
looking
found
for.
a really cool. I found a bunch of cool putters. I found a Nike, not putters, drivers, Nike, and what I think is actually the first like super valuable Wilson putter or driver I've ever seen. It was like
I've never
for,
seen one of those.
$150, yeah. So that's pretty
It's
cool.
not bad.
I
When
did
did
go
you get
yard
this?
Sailing. Yard sailing.
Dude, I don't even want to think about sourcing. I'm going to be like no source February. I'm
sold,
selling
like,
everything.
I sold like over 100 items the other day. I'm feeling good on Whatnot. Just move it.
Well, once you got Donna Carey out of there, you could sell your stuff.
Sell my own stuff.
Yeah, no, you guys did us. You did us a solid by like selling most our stuff that last
Now
night.
you've got tens of thousands of dollars from your viral video. You won't have to do it next time.
Yeah, that's you, Carrie.
Yeah.
That's you.
That's true.
Hey,
That's why I got to go with you guys. I'll be motivated. Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's a little $2. Like, is that like an old logo or the current logo that you're wearing?
This is the old.
That's
the
what's on the bag.
90s logo.
That
yeah.
logo is on the bag and it's sealed. I thought that was.
But this is like a modern one. These are the ones that are hot right now. The new Arrow ones with the World Series badges on the side.
Okay.
They're popular.
So those of you who watch Carrie's content, and I know there's a bunch of you out there, this is what Carrie's content would be like if he lived in Florida. It
That's
would be
true. I
Dave
talked
would
about
be
that on
like,
my
Dude,
live
we're like
yesterday.
literally
Yeah.
probably
Dave
going to do
would be
it
hitting
too. I'm not even joking.
Oh, I've heard
the-
lots of people say it. They're like, "Oh, Donna Carey, they're definitely moving." It's just for the motivation of Dave.
I was saying that in my stream. Like, people were saying, Dave, is Carrie really lazy? I'm like, I don't think Carrie's lazy. I think he's got an enabler living with him. In Dawn. And that if he lived
I've
near
got-
me, I would get him out of
I've-
bed and he'd be working.
I can't disappoint you, Dave. Dawn gave up, and I just no. I've done good. I've actually been on a normal schedule for like a whole week. I'm pretty stoked
know.
about it. I've
Weird.
been getting up early.
I haven't even been
It
texting.
feels
you
good.
Like 3
Yeah, it
a.m.
I know, dude. I'm asleep. I'm sound asleep, dreaming of butterflies and walruses.
So
or
what did
whatever
you think
do.
of the event, guys? Let's give our own review of our own event.
Yeah.
Better be positive.
11 out of 10, best event I ever went to. I laughed, I cried, I loved. Other people did too. I don't want to mention it, but yeah.
It's cool. I mean, I think there's a lot of highlights to it, but just meeting folks that we know we've met before. But there was people I've never met there before that I've met for the first time. They were pretty cool, very
That
helpful to
was-
me.
that was
Just a lot of
awesome.
awesome people.
I was thinking
Different-
about
different
the
people.
finances of it, right? So we lost money,
lost.
but
We
didn't
are
lose
a
money. We didn't
finance
really lose money. I'm
centered
thinking about it. Like,
podcast.
Kevin, think about it this way. Okay, maybe it's different for you, but for me
Yeah.
personally,
Yeah,
okay,
I had to buy
'Cause we ended
Mike
up
2
losing,
entrees everywhere I
like-
went.
like if we end up like looking at the actual cost of the event and then the ticket sales and the sponsorships, we lost like $1,200. Okay,
Yeah, that's not bad.
but that's
A lot
you know
less
we
than I
split that.
thought.
We
that's
also
400
added
a piece.
dessert.
That's 400 a piece, right? That's 400 a piece,
Yeah.
and we all got. My whole family got to eat at that fancy hoity-toity restaurant. Literally, I looked. I did the calculation. It would have been like 350 for my family to go there. So I really lost like 50
Hey,
bucks.
I
At the
flew
most.
on Delta, which is like
You got a free
Spirit, but
flight
they
out of it, Carrie.
they
Yeah.
have wings on the Delta ones.
So yeah, we lost money, but Carrie got a flight. We got free hotels.
Yeah, so I really don't think we
I put
lost
room
money.
service on the bill.
We spent
You
a
know.
little money. The way I
Kevin
look at it,
bought
we
Kevin
spent
bought
money for experience.
a lot of random things on the Trash to Cash card for me and Dave. That was
Ryan
something-
pulled through. The event planner
Did I?
pulled through. He saved me a lot of stress by bringing the pizza and stuff. So I appreciate Ryan doing that.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
That was good. That was good. I mean, golf. I mean, there's no education, but nobody knew that.
No, but
already.
I like the golf because
It's a good
everyone got to
personal
like get a
relationship.
little cell of people that they could really get to know for an hour and a half while they golf.
Found out that Harry Tornado and Haley are extremely competitive, and they both beat me at miniature golf.
But I hear you beat him in Stack Golf the next day at Real Golf.
I kind of did. I probably wouldn't have if the day kept going, but it was getting dark, and so we didn't get to finish the round independently. We had to do a scramble, and I'm kind of old, so I was going to give out.
Okay,
So,
what hole did you
I didn't
get
beat
to?
Stack Golf. He had to play. I wasn't going to beat Josh either in the end, but I was at the time.
What hole did you play till?
I think we played till the 10th, like on our own, and then we're like, there was like a I don't know, cougar out there or something chasing a deer. It was weird, a bobcat or
nice to
something.
call
It is
Josh.
Florida,
What's going
so
on?
that makes sense. Yeah. There's a lot of.
That's good. And Mike, Death Ball Picker, played a whole round of golf, and I didn't hear a swear word the whole time.
That's
I don't
impressive.
think. I was like, this is gonna be weird with Haley here. But it was good.
Listen, and you got footage, so I really don't think we lost out. I think it actually was a net positive for pretty much everyone in the group. Kevin got to pretend he was a big deal at the flea market with his little trailer.
Oh yeah,
there.
dude.
Look at my trailer, y'all.
I know, dude, with this stupid jacket. Oh,
No, that was a different flea market with the jacket, right? That was
I don't
funny.
know.
No, it was
Remember
both, Dave.
Oh, you
I
had
did
a
it
jacket
both.
at the second one too?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
that was
talking
one
the
of my
suit
favorite
jacket.
parts. Was going out that first morning, freezing cold. I liked that flea market. I liked it.
Yeah, I think
was
I could do
different.
really good there if I go there.
That was not bad. The
liked it.
DeLand one.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's not, I didn't. When you go to those, I like to come out with like one load of something that you can really sell off, like Dave always does.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
got a
do
big
that
load.
there, but I just was one off and stuff. But I still liked that one. I would go back to that one for sure.
Well, so I was talking about this in my Flipper episode I was recording today. I think I might finally starting to shift from like, we always talk about like how do you rank things? What's your favorite place to source? It's garage sales and flea markets and estate sales and thrifting, and like Carrie's kind of always had thrifting higher. I think flea markets like really close to beating garage sales for me.
Flea markets
Like,
is the best. I just
so
don't
nice.
have them in Vegas that are any good. Broad Acres is not good. Like for
thing is-
finding
The thing
junk
about flea
dealers.
markets is like, if you have a bad table, there's another one 3 feet away.
Yeah,
If
but
you
you're
go to a bad
talking-
garage sale,
this
you have to drive
flea-
10 minutes. for the
That's
next
true. That's true. But you're talking about good flea markets. Like you go to this flea market here. There's
Yeah.
it's like one row at Webster. That's it. That's
Brandon
all you
told
got.
me that
right?
was terrible. Yeah.
It's just, but there, especially on those holiday ones, which I didn't go to, it's just like you just keep going. I didn't even see the whole flea market.
President's Day is going to be crazy because the day before they have the Browns, which is also awesome. It's like once a month, so it's going to be Browns then Webster.
I still enjoy, like my flea market content doesn't do as good because I don't think I do as good. I like talking to people, and 90% of those people there are dealers of some sort, and it's like,
I talk to the
don't
people
know.
I'm shopping with.
Yeah.
That's the interaction I have is like I'll talk with Rod or whatever,
Yeah.
whoever's shopping with me, Paul.
It's a polite thing to do to be social with the people that you're picking with, Kev.
no.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is
he does
criticism.
have to choose to pick with
My
us first.
viewers don't like. I went a whole day with y'all. What are you talking about? And
That
I
was
tried to
fun.
find Dave at Webster. I could not find you. I'm walking up and down. I'm like, where the heck is Dave? I called him. He didn't.
Yeah,
pick
he's a
up the phone.
squirrely little dude.
I know. It's like he's here and then he's over here and then he's over here.
I have fun there. It was fun. I mean, we've got what's it called? Community sale season coming up. Probably this next month in February here. February, March, April. Like
There won't be
community
a
sales
sale
kick in,
here
and,
till
dude,
March.
Those are better than flea markets because it's like 70 houses. They got food trucks. It's a lot like a flea market, but it's in a cheaper prices, way cheaper prices. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
I bet you hit, if you count like vendors and stuff, I bet you hit 10 times as many sales as I do in here. Because like my content is like, if I go to a yard sale, I'm buying something.
Yeah.
90% of the time
Hence
I buy
the
something.
Tupperware.
at a yard sale.
We
Hence
know.
the Tupperware.
Yes, hence the that's all I got. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. No,
I
that's
would-
fair.
I
I
would
want you to move
love-
down to Florida too. Let's all just live here.
Yeah,
if I
let's
went to
all.
Florida,
my
I would
dream.
have to change my mindset to pick. You have to
Yeah.
change.
Dude, let's
what
all
you're
grow our
doing.
hair out. When I move to Florida, I'm growing my hair out. You do it
We
too.
should do
Let's
it.
all do it. Let's just be like Jimmy Buffett's
Yeah.
and stuff.
Okay.
Wear
I'm sick
Hawaiian
of my hair
shirts.
too, so I think maybe I should do it. Just let it go. Let it go.
But you guys, I'm
look.
seriously, Dave. You got the right mentality to do that down there, and I'm not that good at flea markets. I don't know. I'm just not as
Well,
good.
you're ultra cheapskate, so it's tough for you because you have to like pay up a little. But you did, to your credit, you did pay up a
Yeah.
little, and you did well by paying up a little. So it's not like
Well,
you
we'll
can't.
Dude,
see.
there was so much stuff. All three of the I mean, we went to Webster twice and DeLand once. Every one of those days was amazing. I mean, I don't know if that's every weekend or whatever.
I
but
didn't
mean,
have an amazing
that was enough to
weekend,
convince
but it
Dawn
was
pretty
good.
much to move to Florida because it was so great.
Well, and
John's
Dawn
all
also knows about the thrift store, so she
Yeah.
could drive up
yeah,
to wherever she wanted
the
to.
thrift store. Yeah.
Well, everybody I'm
nuts.
talking to down there, they're like, "Where do I'm like, where do you source?" And they give me like one place. That's all I need. I'm like, "What?"
Really? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just the villages. I'm like, "That's it."
Just one spot. Yeah, they just find
Just the
their spot and they
villages.
do
That's
it.
what, if you were down there, you would be spending a lot of time at the villages.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Well, that was for swinging.
Oh, we've gone 22 minutes
Yeah.
without a swinging reference. I'm
Well,
impressed.
okay,
No,
so
we
let's
did
talk
good.
about
We did
swinging.
good. We
poop.
feel like we went heavy on swinging in the live podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of run its course.
It
I
kinda
finally did a
has.
thing in my video. I just like put this to bed once and for all. You
It's a
know.
bed. Nice.
Jeez.
So
Yeah,
listen,
right.
we've had a lot of stuff happen though. Like we had one traditional episode. We had the live recording at the event. We had
I didn't
the
like that
compilation
one.
episode. You didn't like it just because like you didn't like the content, or you didn't
Ah,
like the
just
video?
all of it. Hey,
The
I wasn't
people, the
prepared
crowd,
for
what was it?
anything.
Kevin, I figured it out though when I watched and I edited it. Kevin was nervous. I think you were
Yeah,
nervous.
dude,
I
Kevin
think
gets
you were a
nervous
little
in
nervous.
lives.
It looked like you were nervous to me when I was
It
editing.
wasn't alive. It was
wa-
recorded.
You were in person though. Like
I
at the
feel-
event in front of the crowd,
here's-
you looked uncomfortable, out of sorts. As it
No, that's not it.
you
I
did
feel
not perform. You didn't perform.
You
Me and
had
Aaron were all talking,
performance
you were not
issues.
performing, and everyone thought
Yeah.
we were cutting you off. You weren't even
there's
trying.
people. I was a teacher, right? So when I'm in that zone of talking to the people who are there, and that's the way I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to please the people who
Yeah,
are
that
there,
was really-
involve the
Yeah,
people
you went
who are
out in the
there,
crowd
and
like you were
didn't care.
Jerry Springer asking people.
That,
Like,
if you would have let me,
You
do
are
that
not
whole
the father.
time,
We
it would've
did
been
let
good.
you go do it, and no one had
we should have
questions.
pulled-
No one
was
raised
there
their
all those
terrible.
people. We could
It
have
almost
pulled like
derailed
10
the podcast.
people up there, just like
Kevin's
we did at the
Kevin's like, "Anyone have
127.
questions? Everyone's like, nope.
no, aggressively no.
Because
They're like,
They
no.
could sense Dave like, do not ask a question right now.
I
want
wanted
Kevin
questions.
to sit down.
I wanted it to work, but it just aggressively
Well,
failed, like the
was
Lions
your dad.
tonight.
Your dad was the
Sports
only one who
reference.
Yeah, the Lions.
They failed like the Lions, Kevin.
Mm.
We should do like a whole new thing where I do sports references. That won't annoy people at all.
Yeah, do it, man. You don't even know what sport they're in.
So Dave, you're back on the whatnot wagon, I see.
You know, I did a lot with Carrie's stuff, and some of mine I threw in, and then I did one auction this week. So I don't know when I'm gonna do my.
I got one coming up, and I'm going to do. Of course, you guys got to get in. See, we've got this thing called Dibbit.com,
Never
and you
heard
guys
of it.
haven't even got in
Me
there
and
for
Carrie,
the February
it's
8th
not
show.
shiny anymore. I'm done.
February 8th show.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, turn it over to me. Give it all to me.
Dude, give me
I'll
some
hire
time.
somebody. It's people want to sell over there. You know. Got to get over there. But I'm doing a
We
whatnot.
need some people who want to buy to go over there.
You're the only one that had done
We're
well.
getting
I've
some
done well
sales.
every time.
Nah,
I'm good.
freaking DD
Listen,
Cards
I'll
is
get
selling
on-
like
I'll get
30
on
things every
consoles.
week, man.
Yeah, DD Cards is selling a break for $4 per team, guys. If you want to get a steal of a deal on a card break,
No, he
go to
had some
Dip Dip.
better ones. He had like
Yeah.
I think the Texans
I'm
went
just
to like
saying.
$40, dude.
We could advertise them a little bit. That's a good deal, the $4 ones, isn't it? $4 for a team.
Depends on what team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
guess
depends
not
on the
Lions.
team.
They suck. They got golf on their team.
No, the Lions went for good money because they're still kind of hot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who's the hottest on the Lions? Would you say?
The receiver
Hottest player?
or
No,
Laporta,
who's hottest
right?
looking?
No.
Laporta.
Is it Blake Bortles?
Blake Bortles is he's
Wait a minute.
if he was
That
on the
reminds
team,
me.
yes.
We're burying the lead here. That
Okay.
you guys started this whole singing stuff. Actually, you didn't
No,
start
we
it,
didn't.
but
We
you
stole it from
got.
Paige.
Yeah,
We
that's
perfected it.
Yeah.
We perfected
Actually,
it.
to be fair, I can show you videos of me doing this as a 12-year-old. So I did start it. I've got many videos.
I was in the Salt Lake Children's Choir and I sang for Muhammad Ali when I was 11 or 12. So
Muhammad
The
Ali.
I
actual
have been
Muhammad
doing
Ali?
it. I literally did, and I got
that's
he
cool.
punched me.
You're
No,
related
I'm
to
not
Chicken
even
Punching?
joking. That really happened.
Tell me this story.
He shook all the kids' hands, and he chose me to do one of those loop-de-loops. And then he didn't like connect tar. He just did like you'd punch a kid, right?
This is
Soft.
what happened to Carrie's brain. He got punched by Muhammad Ali as a child.
Just like a little tappy tap. It's
Is
all
he
right.
alive? Is he a living
No.
He
artist?
was at the time.
No
Okay.
artist.
I don't know who that is.
Muhammad Ali has been gone for a while.
What's he, like one of them football players?
He's a boxer. Good grief.
He's a boxer. You don't know who Muhammad Ali is,
I
dude?
watched some of the Ali movie with Will Smith.
Yeah,
Or was it
that's
Will
him.
Ferrell?
You
Whatever.
know, he makes stuff up.
I want to see that movie. Ali starring Will Ferrell.
Hey, I sold bananas. I have bananas to sell.
You sold
Check
your
it
banana?
out.
Oh gosh.
Look at this.
Gosh, wow.
What did you
3
sell on Bonanza,
packages.
Kevin?
Woodwick, 8 wax melts.
Oh crap! Is this a reselling podcast?
$26.73 plus
Yeah,
shipping.
Woodwick.
Yes,
I
sorry to
when I
remind you,
started
Dave.
reselling.
Kevin's really derailed
when I
the show with
started,
that.
Oh, just
I
made
sold a
another
lot of
sale.
Woodwick candles. That was one of the first things I learned to sell because I got them at the auction.
Oh, hey, Carrie,
were
you know what's
fancy.
cool? You know what's cool is
What?
I beat Kevin to a punchline here on one of his videos. I actually did the video about eBay laying
Yes,
off people
you did.
before him, and I was
Yes,
like,
you
"Ah,
did.
gotcha."
But not before Rockstar Flipper.
I still got a 1 out of 10 though. So
Did you guys both
I
do
sold some
layoffs
of
in
that.
your thumbnail or whatever?
I didn't do layoffs. I just said what's happening to eBay or something like that. Kevin was very
Yeah.
clear, layoffs or something like that.
No,
Mine was,
is this the beginning of the end for eBay? And then I have a picture of my wife in the background that says layoffs. Like, are you gonna lay my? I don't know. It's
yeah.
good.
some
It's
sort of
a.
weird
It's
swing
mine's
deal.
only a 3, Dave. But it was kind of hard
Well,
to get
that's
over.
because
the one.
I stole the thing. You know, I stole the limelight on that one.
I bet I
so
got more
did-
views.
I would. Well, I was at 10 out of 10 for like a month, so I was excited
Let's
to
see.
finally get a decent
One day,
I
13
didn't-
hours, 17.2.
Wow, 17 views is not bad.
Yeah, that's 17.2.
Carrie,
He
is
has.
someone streaming at your house? You sound fine, but you're losing.
Nah,
some
is that my
picture.
internet? It's being
It
really
must be, yeah.
wonky.
I know
I don't
I
know what
want
to
to
do
know more
it.
about this normal schedule, Carrie. What is a normal schedule? You said you're on a normal schedule.
I'm getting up at like the crack of like, yeah, like I'm getting up. I'm
10?
waking up like 7:38, and then I'm just lounging
Really?
around till to sometimes or later. No, I made it to the DI. I think right when they opened at 9, but I got there at 10, so that was pretty good. And then I think I was there for the opening almost of
part.
Sabres, which was pretty exciting. It's a weird world.
Don will work you back into the
There's
old schedule because
it's
you
tripping
went-
me out because like I think it's supposed to be midnight and is it my internet is what
We still hear you. Keep going. We still hear you. Keep going.
let me
well, you're
come back.
talking over me, but I didn't know. If that
Oh
was
yeah, I
on
don't know what's going
purpose
on.
or-
But yeah, no, basically it's a whole brave new world. Brave new world.
You kind of look better like this. All
Let me come back.
pixelated
Let me go in and
stuff.
out real quick. I'll be back.
Okay.
You guys have fun.
Okay, so
Be
Kevin,
nice.
We can talk trash about
Yeah,
Kevin
oh,
while he's
fine.
gone.
He's gone. Whew, yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
how did
this
you
makes it so
recover
hard.
from that, Dave?
No,
Wasn't
it's
it
fine. It
exhausting?
was fine having him here. I think it'd be
Oh.
cool if he moved here. I think it would be like a little work for me. I'd have to, get used
Yeah,
to doing the work.
you'd
and
have to
keeping
put him on your whatnot every week.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like 1099 him or something because I feel like I'm gonna have to pay the tax. I paid him cash for all those. Am I gonna have to pay the tax on all that?
Did you take your cash as your cost of goods and they were out of your business? The cash
do
you
you
paid him? Where did
yes,
you get
I
the
did.
cash?
Yeah, I did. I
Okay,
took
so
it out like
that's
a
cost of
goods.
goods. So the cost of goods should match what he's sold, and
Okay,
it should be break even.
so it should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know anything about accounting. I know that we're gonna have to do taxes sometime soon. I don't know how much I'm gonna have to pay.
Now he's not going to have to pay taxes on that.
No, well, that's
I
what,
should,
what I was
but-
confused about. Like, but whatever. I didn't. I gave him cash. I mean, so I could still like send him some sort of form or something probably at the end of the year if I wrote it all down.
Yeah, if you want him to pay taxes on it, you
Listen,
can send
I
him
want
a
the government
1099.
to be treated kindly and fairly, Kevin. That's my
If
top
you don't
priority
want to
while
pay
being
taxes
recorded.
on it, you could. This is terrible advice and also illegal, but you could take your cash that you gave him right off his cost of goods, send him a
I'm assuming.
1099, and then
Makes sense.
as a
Go-
payout.
continue.
Well, no, actually, you'd have to pay him on top of it.
Kevin's
All right,
giving
we're
me
just
illegal
doing
advice.
tax evasion. That's all.
Welcome back, Carrie. Can you hear us?
Yeah, no, you guys are talking about some sort of shenanigans tax wise. It sounded like.
Yes, pretty much. Can I tell you, like, listen, let's talk Philly Flipper for a minute. Philly Flipper, the huge, like,
Yes.
popular YouTuber.
Is there really a Philly Flirter account? He posted something
so
about how
Philly
he put.
Flirter
Yeah, there is
his
a Philly
nickname.
flirter who just plays
It's
piano.
Philly Flirter is a nickname that Mel gave him because he's constantly flirting with women.
Mhm,
Like, he
that's right.
He has no off button.
Mel is back
right?
from burnout. By the
He's
way.
the flirtiest guy in the world. But not only that, like, he really, guys, Paul wants you to tell him how good he looks. This is his ultimate goal right now. He's like posting pictures of himself and all this stuff.
I
He literally
know.
came
He
into our
shaved.
Patreon.
He's like a baby.
He came into our Patreon and said, from Philly Flipper. This is his question of the week. How sexy does Paul look right now? Like Paul.
Do you know what my
calm
favorite
down.
part of all of it? My favorite part of all of it is he shaved his beard and he did an Instagram thing and he said, "No, guys, I'm not 17 years old or whatever." I'm like, "No, you." My first thought was like, "You look older." If I'm gonna be honest, than
That's like Kevin when he
32.
takes his hat off. He looks younger.
Exactly. I'm like, "You look kind of like 40."
Well, it
That's
was
why I
funny,
don't
though,
shave.
because
I'll look like a really weird, wrinkled old baby. I'm not doing it.
friend of the show, who probably hates the show and all of us, Heckin' Steve,
Oh
did
yeah,
a
Heckin'
video
Steve.
about the Philly Flirter earlier.
I told you,
doesn't
you're not
like-
supposed to drop his name, dude.
Why? Oh, do you know what
He
Caleb
put
calls
me
him?
on the.
You know,
what?
he put me on there too. You know what Caleb calls him? He calls him Hater Hank. He calls him Hater,
Hater
Hank.
Hank.
In his videos.
What I don't like about it is we both
Caleb.
asked to be roasted, and he just
Risa.
He has
Ro-
not
blew
roasted
us
me
off.
yet. He has not roasted me yet, other than putting me on his little tier sheet. But he
Yeah.
hates Paul now. Have you heard what happened?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so Paul copyright claimed him on one of the videos. He did. And Google sided with Heckin' Steve.
Well, it's
Heckin'
because-
Steve, yeah, it's
yeah,
unique
because
content,
you-
right? And
Yeah,
so-
well, not only is it unique content, you can also click that button where it can be used or not. And most of the time, it's a
yeah.
yes, right? You have
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
click that button. Yeah.
Well, anyway, so Heckin' Steve is now like mortal enemies, almost as high as Caleb on his hate list. And so he keeps making videos about Paul, but I don't know.
Oh,
It's so
what
ridiculous.
tier
This guy
did he put
hates all
you on? He
resellers.
put me on like just an awful tier.
He put me as would flip his grandma. And that's
Oh,
what he
okay.
put me. That's the
Which
tier. he
that's
put me.
fair.
I was low. I think I wish he thought of me as more evil. It kind of
Oh,
hurt
I
my
am
ego.
going to send him this video with you and the
Oh,
coin
send
back.
him that.
I'm
Dude,
gonna
get
send
me
him
on
to him.
Heckin' Steve. Get me on his channel.
That's Kerry's goal. He wants to be on Heckin' Steve.
Somebody out there can make it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it happen. Send it.
He's getting a lot of followers too. Good for him. Good for him.
Well, that's another cottage industry.
yeah,
it's
the
crazy.
villain. I love
Yeah,
it.
just like
Yeah.
react to resellers and just talk
Who would
trash
do
to them.
such a thing? Who would
Yeah,
do
it's
such a
terrible.
Yes, right.
I miss the
Here.
old content personally. I'm with the viewers who are commenting. I like.
We did get, we did get a message on Patreon from someone named Karen, and it says, "Can we get rid of Kevin yet from the show?"
Really? I'm
yeah.
all in.
Yeah.
I'd have made more money this last month.
So I will say we had Easter eggs, guys. If you didn't watch the whole highlight episode, if you didn't watch the whole live episode from the Trash to Cash, there was highlights at the end of both of those that you can't miss. They will
Yeah.
become staples of the Trash to Cash.
And you have to
Who's-
watch
who's-
them to get it.
Who's merch?
Paul's merch. Paul'sMerch.com.
.com, right?
My
I want it
wife
stuck in
hates you
everyone's
for
head.
that.
Why did she watch it?
Yes, she did, and she couldn't get it out of her.
I love how all the comments are, this seems like way too long. And me and Carrie the whole time are like, it needs to feel way too long.
We wanted to double the time.
We wanted it to be
The
like
whole
12
point of that
minutes.
was to be something that would be an earworm that you'd that like hopefully like we were talking about this. We were like on somebody's deathbed that follows us. We want them to just randomly think who's merch and then
Paul'sMerch.com.
paulsmerch.com. That's
And
what
I
our
also-
goal is.
Dude, the earworm for me too, though, has been Harry Tornado. Harry
Harry
Tornado.
Tornado.
I've been like singing it when I do whatnot. It's just always in my brain for some
It is.
reason. So
It is. It's countrified. I love it.
Brian Big and Fun didn't really. I mean, how was the?
You didn't like it, I
response?
don't think. I don't think you liked
I
it.
didn't
He just
see much
said,
of a
"What the
response
heck?"
from him. Yeah, he said like, "What the heck" or something.
It's all right. It was a battle rap, which now we're in. I think I'm in a war with a couple different people. Apparently,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
no. When Soda City Flips gets a reasonable amount of subs, I'll battle rap
He's
with
not,
him.
dude. He's got like 2,000.
He's got to be at least 3,000
He's
before I'll
pretty
consider
good.
it.
Dude, so what was their response to the songs? Because I don't really read the Trash Cash comments.
They were
it?
pretty positive. Yeah, they liked
Yeah.
it. They liked it. I'll have to find some because they're down a little bit because the early comments go to the top, and then that was at the end of the video. I haven't laughed this much in a long time. You guys are awesome, Steven.
Thank you.
That was
Steven.
great.
Appreciate
Just one of
that.
the reasons I follow these guys.
That's
Yes,
the only
please a
reason, not
podcast.
Kevin.
Oh wait, here, please a podcast with Heather, Tina, and Don. Has to
Well,
be
you know,
after
now
hours.
Dawn's the one that's not wanting to do
It's.
it.
I
you
feel
know?
like it's always going to be one that's like on
Tina
the
said
fence,
she's
so-
on board. She said she's on board for 15 minutes of just
I
ladies.
think I can probably convince Dawn to do 15 minutes, but
She doesn't want to do a whole hour. She doesn't want to be with us. She just wants it to be the ladies for 15 minutes.
I think it's just as long as they're trashing Kevin for that entire 15 minutes. I'm
Yeah,
on
we'll
board.
talk to Heather about it. We'll make sure that the
JD
conversation
Collector
goes where we
4
want it to.
says, I've watched Paul's merch 3 times over.
Yes,
It's
thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Has anybody checked his? We should go check his sold, see if he's had an uptick in sales.
Oh, does he have more than
76 items.
77
We should. Maybe, yeah, maybe he's. endless
Did Paul's
opportunities.
merch do a comment? That's what I
I
want.
don't see one.
I don't think that would be the
might not
best.
know.
Here's the boss move. If he had watched it and he didn't even respond, that if I was Paul's merch, that's what I would do. I would never acknowledge
I bet
it.
he has not even seen it yet. I mean,
Hey.
dude, actually, is Paul's merch okay? He hasn't even updated his Facebook since December 5th. Uh-oh.
Well, I hope so.
Maybe that's why there's not many items listed. A
That's
rural
why he hasn't
squirrel
canceled his
says-
subscription yet.
A rural squirrel says, Dave, I relate to your grandma. Kristen is back, by the way.
My grandma?
She's
What
back.
happened to my
and
grandma?
I don't
Mother?
know.
I think
Maybe
it's
your mother. That's might be what he called you, your grandma. I don't
Yeah,
know.
your grandma.
I don't put words in your
70
mouth,
dude, he's
Kristen.
down to 74 items.
No.
Oh,
Cool.
free
Right,
sales.
congrats.
Very
dude.
cool.
I really,
we
I
go.
don't know though.
See that,
'cause
guys?
it's
Give us 33. What is it? How much a month?
33
yeah,
a month.
Yeah, 33 a month
For 1 year.
for like a year. And then we'll get you
$330.
3 sales, probably. Sales not guaranteed. Sales not guaranteed.
I
though.
wonder
Song
if
also not
somebody
guaranteed.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. Song also not guaranteed. Josh said, "I can't believe I only paid $1,200 for that."
Did Josh really giving us $1,200?
Yeah, he
I
paid
have no
100 a
doubt.
month.
Josh is
He
very
paid 100 a month for
I
12
know.
months, which I
He
think
came
is
on my
under
whatnot.
2,000.
He went out while I was on the whatnot, which, by the way, Haley bailed me out in that hole. She's a pro. I figured it out.
Yeah,
That's how he
yeah.
does it. But he goes out there and buys this Jaguar keychain and brings it back. And I'm like, how much you pay? It's like $1. He puts it up, got 21 bucks for it.
Well,
my God.
he's a handsome fella. Hey, are you talking about the transfers, the t-shirt transfers, or is that a secret?
No,
Well, it was
I'm
a
not
secret.
talking about him yet. I got to do It's probably going to be good, but it's going to be a lot of work. And
Is
I'm
that the
kind
one
of
you're-
like,
you said
I got to
you
figure out a good angle to do it and figure it out. And some of them are sticking together. I got to go through the whole box. I'm not saying much about it
Sell
now.
it for
Don't
double
you
your
have
Tomato
some
Mojo
people?
and move
You
on.
have people
No.
who do this for you,
No.
Kevin.
No, what?
You just raise your voice enough and they'll get it done.
Just say they're-
Well,
the
let me
pages
tell
are
you,
stuck together.
No
again.
thanks to you two. You came on and ruined my whatnot.
How'd we
It
ruin
was
your
going
whatnot?
so well, and then you guys came on, and it just, I'm kidding. You guys were great. As always,
I
you're
recall
extremely entertaining and make
I
me look
recall
bad.
being very boring, and then we came on and kind of just
Can I tell you-
resuscitated it.
I went into Jocelyn's whatnot tonight, Crazy Lamp Lady, and I was
Mm.
messaging her, and she's like, "Dave, I was watching your guys' stream the other day, and I can't believe the amount of energy you two had. I need to get my energy to your level." I said, "No, don't do that."
She doesn't
Don't
need
do
to.
that.
She doesn't need to. Empty
people are
Propel.
not
Well, there's a
asking
little
for it.
left. She could get
yeah,
like
Propel.
$37
Propel
for this.
your sales, guys, with Propel.
Yeah,
Sponsor.
exactly. She could get
$5,000.
$37 for that.
She's very calm, and she'll
She just-
talk
yeah.
like this, and that's all you need. That's all
what
I
people
need.
want from her, though.
Oh,
And they'll pay
you also need
$138 for
a Rod
whatever.
with you, because Rod was just, and Mike was in the shed listening.
The amount of people, dude, you got Sunshine Van working for you. Sunflower Bus working for
Sunflower
you.
Bus, dude. I finally met him. That was exciting.
Did
That
you
dude
know
is
him
awesome.
from somewhere else? Like I
I
see him all
followed
the
him.
time at the flea
Followed
market.
him on Instagram forever,
Ah,
and
okay.
he's 127. We'll go see him this year. He's got
He
a place
brings
out
that
there.
thing to the Webster, and he
Yeah.
sets it up.
Kevin's like a really old Pied Piper. Everywhere he goes, just a band of people just follow him around and do stuff for him. Just everywhere he goes. Just
Yeah.
the
Did
wagon
you
and
see
6
the bus?
people behind him.
Kevin,
Dude,
did you
yeah,
see
he
bus
pulled
while
the
you were
bus
there?
up. He
So
pulled
did
it
you see our
up.
sticker?
Yes,
I
and
put it
so
on
we
there.
put and there was hardly any room left, but there was one panel in the front. She's awesome. I don't remember his wife's name.
I don't remember.
Start with a J, maybe. I can't remember. Forgive me.
Jay
But
Rice.
they're
important.
awesome, man. They're absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to see them again. So
Yeah, no,
Excited
they were
about it.
cool, and they were doing a ton of work for you. Like, how did that go down? Where they
Yeah.
were doing all your work? Like, how
They
did
did
that
everything for you.
same with the other one, the two gentlemen who I cannot remember your name, but
Yeah,
you know,
wow.
who they
He doesn't
are as
need-
well. They were working.
He'll
they
work,
were-
he'll let you work for he'll let you work
It's
for him.
Mike
He will not
Cammarelli.
remember your name or anything about you.
It's no, whatever.
No,
Look,
what it is like people see Kevin, he looks so lost and helpless.
He
You're
does,
Like,
he
I gotta
does.
help
it's
him.
the Ray Romano
He
thing.
doesn't know
It's like,
technology
I
at
don't
all.
know how to do the dishes.
How do
He's
I
like
what
a-
that? It's only sold 1,000 items on here. What
Kevin's
do I
like an
do?
old dog who can't hear, he can't walk, and you just you want to help.
I do need help. I'm not. I don't have. I've told you this before.
Stop
I'm not
picking on
that
Kevin.
skilled. Whatever.
I know.
Y'all-
Cue those comments. I feel like he's weighted down by his bracelets. If you took off a few bracelets, you'd probably be quicker.
Kevin
All right.
should visit Mount Airy as soon as possible. There's lots of pineapple decorations at my local Goodwill, Mayberry, North Carolina.
There you
Should
go.
I just buy them and ship them to him? Yes,
Yes,
man.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Pineapple
Put his
stuff.
PO box in the description.
You know, Kevin
Yeah.
bought all. Can I tell you guys a secret? Kevin bought all this pineapple stuff at the Goodwill bins.
I did
He
not.
didn't sell it.
Yeah, he
sell it.
didn't
He
sell the
kept it.
onesie, did he?
He's like, oh, I'm
just
gonna kill
kept
it. I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it. But he's
Oh,
like wearing
dude.
it every night.
Yeah.
now. That's
No,
his
yeah.
the fact of the
jam.
matter is, it was I put it somewhere else and didn't process that I needed to get those into those auctions till it was too late. And then I can't do stuff on the fly. Like Dave's like, oh, let's put this thing in the auction. Da, da, da. I can't do that. It's got to be in there.
That
I
was
can't do
fun
it.
though. Listen, this is my
No, those people were awesome.
my summary of the Trash to Cash event. It was really fun. It was stressful.
Yeah.
I was very stressed about ticket sales and stuff, but at the end of the day, it didn't really break us in any way, and we had a lot of fun. So I'm glad
it was
we
a
did
blast.
I
Even
wouldn't-
though
I
Dave,
wouldn't undo
without
it.
permission, added dessert to this thing, didn't even
Yes.
ask me.
How
I'm like,
good
yes.
was that dessert though?
well, I know,
It was
but we're
good.
talking
Literally, we
like
can thank a sponsor for it.
$900.
Vendu paid for dessert. 800,
Yeah.
900 bucks for dessert.
Dude, it was
Thank you.
good dessert.
Josh
Hey.
did tell me he was going to try to get Whatnot to buy us ice cream later that night, but he never came through.
Never
so-
came through. Doesn't
So
have
no
no
thank
pull.
you.
over it.
Classic
Whatnot.
Josh.
All that he's done for them and no pull. No pull.
Yeah.
So over the years, collecting, that's Tim, y'all. Tim.
That is
I'm
Tim.
looking forward to
He's
seeing him. He
collecting
says,
now.
he says, bruh,
Bruh.
the
Bruh.
end of this video, Carrie and Dave are some goats. I'm dying.
Yes, we're good.
Bah.
Greatest of all time. Bah.
Dave was trying to trick me to get me into that video multiple times. So
Yeah.
when
I
I
got
was
him once.
telling my wife what to say on my phone, he filmed
you
me
knew.
telling her what to say.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Just
You know,
saying.
you
Why
were
would
all
you want to
in.
be a part? My only regret is not getting more volunteers. Like I asked
Yeah, what's up
in our
with people?
Discord like
I
30
was-
times, and no
I
one
was
except for
denied.
Alicia and Matt.
I was denied because I was not clear enough in my request to Goldberg because I tried to get Goldberg from the
Yeah,
Mighty
tried to get
Ducks to do
Goldberg.
it.
We had a
I
whole
paid
bit about
I paid
Goldberg in it.
$40. We had a bit and everything, and then a day later he's like, I don't get it, I'm not doing it. And I'm like, Goldberg, bro.
The-
You
the-
don't
the
understand
line
what you
was
mean to me,
something-
man.
line
Heavyweights,
was-
bro.
The line was something along the lines of, "Do you have Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks?"
Yeah. And then he used to be like
And then what was your line, Carrie? Your line was
it's
something.
like, yeah, I was gonna be like, I don't know, I was gonna wing it. It's probably,
You
I
did
probably
wing it.
wasn't.
You actually
I
said
probably
something.
wasn't
You
gonna
said-
mention his drug use, but I'm a little mad now, so I
No,
might.
You were gonna say something about like another movie he was in and played the same
Heavyweights
role
is
or
the
something.
only other movie I know
Yeah,
that he
yeah,
was
yeah,
in.
yeah.
I don't know what else he was in. I think that was
and
it.
then, and then we would have Goldberg, like we'd say whose merch, and then Carrie would say Paul's merch, and then Goldberg's cameo would say
it would have been
Paul's merch.
so
That-
awesome.
so glorious.
Oh man,
Knuckle Puck time.
just
He's
yeah,
the
knuckle
Knuckle
puck.
Puck, right?
No, that's Keenan. That's
That's
Keenan
Keenan.
Thompson.
You're right. Yeah. Wait.
There,
Yes,
there
you're
were
right. Yeah.
plenty of requests for Dave never ever to wear a sleeveless shirt again.
That
I
well,
saw
we're
plenty.
back.
I love that he came
Inside
down.
out.
He came down in the skin tight. You could tell he got it like 10 years ago when he was
It's
in better
not
shape.
something I wear.
And it was
yeah.
inside out and backwards somehow. Like he didn't know how to clothe himself like me. Because I don't know
There's
how
moments of like beauty there, like the just us swaying back and forth to the music. By the way, Kevin, we had to buy Epidemic Sound for the music with the Trash to
That
Cash
is
account.
Trash to Cash
So
is paying
That's
for
thank
that.
you for the $5.
So we need to use it more.
No,
You
I
had
can
to buy
cancel
it.
it. I can cancel it. I did a 1-month subscription for.
Oh,
50
for the
bucks.
music, for
For the
that.
music,
Okay.
yeah. So we gotta.
We
cancel
put it on.
Remind
We
me,
put it on your
or I'll
card.
pull a Dawn and we'll have it for 7 months by
We
accident.
probably will.
still
We need
have
that rocket thing that tells you what apps you
Yeah.
have. and
Oh,
what-
Tim
what-
was mad that we didn't invite him to the paulsmerch.com.
Well, I was
jingle.
trying to get it to be like a perk for the Patreons, but they could care less.
Well,
what I
that's
learned.
it should tell you something, right? Because
Yeah.
right now over on Dibdit, there's room for success and growth in this live selling over there. There's not a
Yeah,
lot, and we're
totally.
bringing an audience to them. And you'd think that there'd be people lined up. There's not.
Yeah, it's weird.
There's
So
more
Kevin-
and more people every day.
Kevin. So what Kevin's trying to say? You're disturbed by the lack of.
No, it just shows me that there is a certain segment of the population that will not do live selling, no matter what. They
Yeah.
don't even want to do this. They don't even want to be on here.
Kevin
kinda
feels
thing,
like you
right?
should be more
Cameron.
grateful for what he's given you. That's
No,
what I
I'm
feel.
just. It doesn't surprise me that much. That's not what I said. Good
That's what I
grief.
felt though.
Listen, Trash Cat Rescue reached out and asked a good reselling question. All right, Trash Cat Rescue said, "How long did it take you guys to get consistent sales on eBay when you started? I know there are variables with this, but say you just started 6 months ago and list every day, for example."
Depends on
Well-
how many items you list.
Yeah, and I think it's different back then
What
too. I
items?
don't know what your experience was, Dave, but for me, I mean, I listed something. The first thing I listed on eBay, I had a sale that day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably
That day.
mispriced it.
I don't
No.
remember.
I probably
remember-
underpriced it.
I think so. For me, I think I kind of stopped and restarted, and to me it was like I'd list 30 items and one of them would sell, and it's probably because I listed it too cheap, right? And but as the inventory grew, then it started to become consistent, but it's still not always consistent. There's days where I sell nothing.
I started 20. Yeah, go ahead. 22 years ago.
Right now, I'm not selling much. I'm listing a crap ton.
Yeah, let me tell you. So I had 29 sales this weekend, which is way down for me, and we're listing. We're listing like crazy. I woke up this morning.
I've listed over 100 items in the last 4 days, and I've sold probably 12. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, and I've been hearing more and more about this too from folks. I get stuff all the time, and I've had even Uncle Steve's like, "What did eBay turn it off?" Is that kind of talk again, where it's like this turned off
Krylov.
and sales. Krylov, yeah, sure.
Krylov
so I think that there's definitely some down days.
I don't believe in that.
Folks.
I'm sorry, I don't believe in the
I
servers.
don't believe it's Krylov.
I
believe there's less buyers. I believe people are saving their pennies.
Or maybe like
just aren't spending right now.
It's just more and more proof that you should be diversifying where you're selling. You should be
I'm
trying
not going to
other
say
places.
that there's not something to this. This. I'm telling you, man. There were times 6 months ago where it was like crazy and nothing. I feel like
people.
I can't just say that there's nothing to it whatsoever. I'm not going to say that. But overall, over the course of a year, Carrie, I totally agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, all I know is that right now it's bad. It's really
bad. But if I list good stuff,
like
good prices, I'm diversified. It's selling right now.
I adapted, Kevin. I adapted, which Carrie.
Here's the key. If you have slow eBay sales, just show yourself opening up a 1983 Donruss pack at the flea market and get
make
some money from TikTok.
I think I sold. I think yesterday I sold 4 or 5 things on eBay and 4 on Mercari. So, having other platforms is helpful, and this isn't supposed to be a Vendu ad. But Kevin's selling crap on Bonanza.
I don't think much about
there must
it.
be something wrong with my Bonanza because it's still not. I've still not.
It's
sold
Kevin.
anything since I fixed it.
Kevin is on the poster board, the banner.
Kevin owns it. Maybe Kevin just gets credit for every single Bonanza sale, and that's why he gets one every 3 weeks.
He's like dibdified it, basically, where he's getting a little piece.
Did y'all freeze?
No, I'm not frozen. Are you frozen? You don't look frozen. You look great. I hope he says something that he will regret.
Yeah, he's frozen now, like mid, like shark. Not a fart, but a shark.
Mouth. You can see the zen in his mouth. Like he's
got his zen is in the mouth.
Which cheek is it in? Which cheek? I think it's in the left.
I'm gonna go left as well.
Yeah, like our like if he's sitting.
That's when he just couldn't wait till after the podcast. Had to have a zen to deal with us.
That's got nicotine in it, or
it's just a nicotine pouch.
Okay, it's just a pouch.
I don't understand the.
Does it have the tar, or the tar is
no?
Not hey, Kevin.
The black tar heroin. It has that.
We're trying to figure out which side your zen is in. I said your left. Your left. Am I right?
Carrie, what you get?
Left. It was left.
We both thought it was your left.
Did you swallow your zen?
Both are incorrect.
It's in your butthole, isn't it?
Did you swallow? He's keystering the zen. He's hiding it from us.
All right, so I guess it was the right. But see, which one's your right?
Oh, is it really?
Oh,
it's like
front. There. Oh, that way that part can rot out. That's cool.
Oh, cool.
It's not that good. It's not tobacco. Forget it. I'm not even going to do this. This is what I got to do to deal with you guys. I did. I will say this. I really enjoyed the first few days just with you guys. I can't believe it was kind of peaceful. I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Read between the lines. He didn't enjoy the viewers.
Yeah, he said it was really good until he met what did you call them? Fans?
I knew I would enjoy that. I was just a little tentative of being around Dave's like, am I going to have to wake up at 5 every morning? Am I going to have to work on it? And I just realized.
Wake up at 10. You're just as lazy as Carrie.
But I realized.
Thank you. Thank you.
He napped more than you, Carrie.
Dude, I was
more than you.
I was a go-getter.
I didn't nap at all. I went in there and I worked. I'm dedicated to my craft. I have to put out content. I got to take care of business.
3 to 4. This is what he promises you, folks. 3 to 4 mediocre videos a week until the end of time.
5.
5 mediocre videos. Okay.
5 videos. No. Oh, Dave, so I pulled one out of your bag of tricks, and I filmed a video here before I left, and it was just 9 sales because I was doing videos every day, and I'm like, this keeps coming. I'm like, I'm going to film one more. I filmed just me picking up the item, talking about what sold, and then I was going to do questions in between. Or you don't do questions, but so when I'm on the road, I'm doing video like you did on your way back from Cincinnati.
Every question is a content suggestion.
Yeah, you got it.
2023.
So I would like
Reezy.
I took
I'm
the
a
clip
Reezy
from here.
ninja.
I took the clip from here and then I did a question. And I took a clip from here and I did a question. And you were in your car one time doing it. And so I did it in my car. And oh my gosh, did I hear people, man. It's like, what an irresponsible. I can't believe distracted boy. They let me have it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, this is your own fault for reading all those comments.
That's right. I read the comments.
You got to have Tina read them for you.
Yeah, like
I've
she
seen the
does
filter
everything
them
else.
for you.
That was the other thing that was I knew, but I didn't quite realize. Maybe it's just for the time I was there, but Tina did a lot of work, and Dawn I knew would do a lot of work.
Yeah. Tina did a lot. Tina definitely.
They allotted us a good 8 to 15 hours to do songs, which is not usually what
spent
either
a
of
lot
us
of
do
time.
with our time.
That was such a bad use of our time. Like,
No, it was a
Was it,
beautiful. It was a beautiful use of our time. We grew
Comment
closer.
below. Did we waste our 15 hours, or was it worth it to you guys? Because we did it for you and Paul, of course.
I did it for me.
GloriousFaulsmerch.com.
And for Brian,
what I'm
it was
That's
saying
the
is,
only
like,
place I shop when I need very
I
specific
had
stuff.
a bit of a moment, like an epiphany of sorts. I was sitting upstairs with Tina, and I was like, this was literally like what I dreamed of as a 12-year-old. I had my mom's camcorder, and I was like singing fake songs with my friend and doing role plays and stuff.
Yeah,
like
why
the whole
not?
Brian Big and Fun, motivational poop we did together, and I was like, this was literally my dream as a kid, and I'm finally living it out.
I was talking
and
to your
making
dad.
a tiny amount of money for it, and I'm very excited.
It's
And
awesome.
I'm like, did
It
you
is.
ever think you'd see the day when this idiocy, this clown show could make somebody a living? He's like,
Oh,
nope.
to my dad, yeah.
He's like, nope.
No,
It's good
it's
stuff.
cool. The theater kid deep within me rejoiced. It was a lot of fun.
Kerry
make a lot
was
of content.
selling stuff while he was down there. Not just on what he was selling stuff on eBay while he's down there.
Yeah,
How
I
many
was
things did you
posting
sell while
On
you were down
eBay,
there?
like 3 or 4 or 5 things.
And
Like I
shipping
sold
them
a
out from
couple.
there.
Yeah, we shipped them out
Stuff that he
using.
sourced here, he sold.
Yeah, we
for.
sourced. I mean, we were selling stuff at home too, and we sourced stuff there as well.
But you were using, so you basically pulled a fraud on the postal system.
No,
Yeah.
Well, there was a
You can
couple
change
times
your
I
permit
forgot.
address.
Yeah, there actually was a couple times that I forgot to update on Pirate Ship where I was
Which
on
Kevin
accident.
did way more than you, by the way.
Yeah, Kevin
So-
did like a
His
whole
Zipdit option.
whatnot, fraudulently, might I add,
Yeah.
with the wrong address.
Seriously, it's true.
It's hard when
True.
you're. That's the thing when you're on the road. You got to remember, and it's hard to remember because.
Well,
Right.
let's
in
talk about
routines.
reselling on the road too, Kevin. Like, what's your
Yeah.
review of selling out of the trailer and shipping
Resell
out of the
to
trailer
Rome.
and getting Mike to do all that work?
Yeah, let me
Poor
tell you,
Mike,
Mike did
by
a
the
lot
way.
of work, but yeah, we're not quite there yet. But the second time around, it was way better than the first time, and I think we've got everything ironed out. Where we're not like you guys, though. We're not. I'm not a machine. He's not a machine. And so to be able to turn stuff over like you're teasing me, like you're still there shipping, it's like, no, dude, I took a break.
That was crazy.
I
how
went
long
to
it
go
took you to ship
eat.
that.
We came back. I drove around. Mike took a nap
Listen,
in the
you're like
car,
what
and
we're-
then we started shipping. And you're like, "You're not done
Well,
yet."
okay,
I'm like,
so-
"Dude, we just
so
barely started."
How many hours did it actually take you to ship it once you got going?
That is a good question.
Over or under 3?
Under
Okay.
3.
Yeah, I would think it wouldn't
Under
be
3.
that bad.
There
It
was-
wasn't that many items.
No, it was a good amount of
60?
items. I want to say it was. I'd say 69, but I get a joke. I want to say it was at least 60. Yes, at least, but it might have been into the 70s. We did a lot.
I know what
Mike
that
and
means.
Rod were churning that stuff out. He was listing stuff as we were going.
I
and
thought
it
that was literally the way procreation happened as a child. I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was how it worked. You know,
Yeah.
procreation. I didn't get
I
it.
didn't-
Like, I had to wait for health class, and they explained how I was
Yeah.
wrong. So,
Yeah, I didn't
Wow,
know till
how
I
did we
was
get here?
31. So
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So I did a live. I was like raging about a message I got on eBay, so I did a live. For
I
like 2
saw
hours.
that. You seemed I
so
didn't
frustrated.
stick around because it seemed boring, but you seemed upset.
Dude, I had 400 people watching me ship orders. By the way,
on ADHD
on Flipper,
flips?
on Flipper,
Okay.
yeah. I was,
Just
I
rate.
was
You
like,
were
Well,
rage
let me-
shipping.
Before we get to this, let me add one more thing. This was not really designed for like a 1-day deal like we did down there. Go in there. It's a lot of work
trail.
to do that. This is designed to go set it up for like 4 or 5 days. Get to a highway sale a day or 2 early, stay a day late, sell before, sell during, sell after, and ship. So in that scenario, the work that you put in, the ancillary stuff, that the work that Mike does, that I
It's
don't
just
do.
it's a bit of a bear to bring the boxes around, the empty boxes, and then if you don't have the right boxes, like that's kind of annoying.
No, that was actually pretty easy after day one. That was what got easier. It's like because Mike had his set up, and then I went in there and I'm like, okay, the shipping station's here. Why is this here? And so we just set up everything to ship right in that area, and then it became a lot.
I remember when you were talking to him about that, but the only difference is you were yelling like full voice,
Rest
full
not
voice,
yelling.
like red face, just pure
I was
anger. I've
not
never
yelling.
seen that in like a person before,
Hey,
and I
he
was
did
worried
a
about
lot of work. I appreciate it, and he does the tough stuff. I'm not hauling that thing around, but it was, it's right now in the works, supposedly getting a wrap. Although I got to pay the bill for it. I don't know if I want to pay that, but
Oh, you're gonna
He
get
does a
someone
lot.
else to pay for it. Let's be honest. You're gonna get fall off tape guy to
you. Yeah,
pay
he's
for it.
he's like the brain. Yeah. I see what's happening here.
Dodgy Trousers said, "Do you buy items now that you will keep to list later, like buying cheap, ugly Christmas
We
sweaters
didn't
in
really
February, but not
answer
list them till October?"
the last person's question.
Do we
Very
ever
good.
really
I'm just saying.
answer anybody's question?
That
We just
you need
say
to
that.
keep at it for a long time, but new sellers need to make sure you're putting items at level or below to get initial sales, get their feedback up. All right, what's this question?
No, yeah, you're right. We didn't really close the thought. I guess I did kind of close the thought on my end, but I didn't give you a chance, Carrie. I think Carrie is the one that they really want to know from. How long does it take to get consistent sales, Carrie?
The key really is to you got to adapt. Whatever whatever you start with, you want to change it with whatever you need to change it with so that you can do better.
We got distracted by the fact
Good
that
items will
Krylov
sell
is
quickly.
broken.
That's the truth. That really is the truth of eBay. That's why I always get frustrated with the Krylov and the different server talk. It's like if you have good items and you price them right, you're probably going to get sales no matter what.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
look,
that's
these
the
old
key, but it's
sales,
hard.
So these sales that come, I have a weird mix. There's not a whole ton of sales, but I've sold some stuff, been in the store for years, just selling it. It's like, what the heck? And then brand new items and nothing in between. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the answers. Just I think in general, that's why I agree with you, even though I don't. It's just
then-
because if you list stuff and it's good prices, it's gonna sell.
That is like, so, someone reached out to us, Kevin. I don't know if you saw this message, but they said they had to leave the Patreon because eBay is going so slow right now.
Yeah.
And they're not probably.
So
investing in
Carrie's
multiple
answer
platforms
to
in
you
a
would be
year.
suck it up and do a better job.
And Kevin's answer would
Well,
be give us your money
no,
anyways.
cut corners.
That's not-
You guys,
absolutely not.
you need to
I
have
said you made a
priorities,
great
okay?
decision.
You need to have priorities. If you can't pay some bills this month, Patreon should be one of the ones you do pay. This is priorities, people.
Oh my gosh,
No,
what's this? All right,
But no,
go
I
ahead.
think it's really, listen, a lot of people do this part-time because of this exact reason. It's why I did it part-time forever, because it wasn't consistent enough for me to feel comfortable supporting my whole family. Now, I think it would be different. If I didn't have kids and a wife, I probably would have gone full-time eBay years and years and years ago. But the fact
Yeah.
that I had to like provide for the family and all that stuff had me like, okay, I'm going to keep the day
Yeah.
job. I'm going to do it on the
Because
side.
you can deal with less. Like I could
So-
live in a cabin and do that the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, and you poop in a hole, no problem. I've seen you do it. Like it's
Yeah,
not even
exactly.
just poop in
It's
a
kind of
hole
like
in
one of
your
his things. You leave him in a backyard long enough, he's going to be digging.
Gonna poop. He's gonna poop.
He's going
So,
to find a
I
place
don't
to
know,
poop.
I think it's a good reminder that we have to like remember that not everyone is as diversified in their revenue streams as maybe we are, because a lot of people are just getting started on eBay.
I
and
did
they're like,
that
I'm gonna
video,
Quit my
by the
job.
way.
Did you?
I did the Q&A video. Somebody asked me, he's like, oh, not how many viewer sales do you get, but how much money do you make on social
Yeah.
media? And I went through. I didn't give numbers, but I gave like a list of this is what pays me the most, second, third, fourth, fifth, and I did that. And I kind of got out of answering the real questions there, so I was pretty happy.
Yeah, you gave him the old.
to give numbers. I just I
You gave
can't.
him the
I don't
old
know
Commonwealth
I'll
special.
give you guys Kevin's number. Just hit me up on it.
No,
I think we've already heard
can
his
guess
numbers
him.
from Archie.
I can guess him.
No, we're not.
Yeah,
doing
Archie
that
gave us
either.
your numbers.
No, Archie's so full of baloney. That was nonsense. But Dave, we still haven't got to this question. But I
Okay.
got another question for you before you get to it. But get back to this Patreon question here. So, what did you say about the eBay layoffs? Because I didn't watch your video.
Ooh,
since you
I just
stole
said-
my video.
I just no, dude. I just
Everybody
mentioned it for
said the
2
same thing.
I mentioned it for 2 seconds. I said, it's
Oh, so
probably
you
nothing.
titled a video about something you talked about for
Yeah,
2 seconds?
absolutely
Click.
The
clickbait.
pandemic, people hired more people. Now they're laying them off. Yeah, we know.
No, so-
That's
I don't
what
even
everybody
think
said.
that that's the case. I don't remember people hiring more people during the pandemic. I don't recall
No, they
that. Do
did.
you?
It was in 2021. There was a lot of hires.
Oh, after.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly right. So that commentary was, I did not
But
buy
sales,
that.
hiccups. Sales were booming in 2021 too for my company that I worked at. So, and I hear eBay was crazy in 2021 for a lot of people.
Yeah.
When I was getting back into it, but
Sure.
so I didn't really have a litmus.
I think it's more. Yeah, I've actually got some messages from some insiders, y'all. Some
Oh.
folks inside in the
bigwigs.
know. And
He knows
no, not the
everybody.
bigwigs.
CEOs, all of them.
But it's interesting. I don't know what to believe, but it's. We'll see how this goes. I don't think it's necessarily a negative that they cut jobs. I don't think it's a positive sign because if they were growing like crazy, they probably wouldn't do it.
I think it increases their perceived profitability. People at the top end get a bigger bonus. Like that's just what companies do.
Oh yeah,
Right? Like if
totally.
they can't get enough sales to hit their number, they just lay people off.
This
and
is
hire
stuff
them
we
again.
would all
It's
understand if
all
we
very
would just
predictable.
get a real job. We would finally get it.
Dave told me secretively that he is a stock market genius, which I'm probably
I
not
think
supposed to
everyone
talk
is.
about.
I think everyone is. Basically, like when I quit my job, Carrie, I had to take my 401k and reinvest it. Like they weren't willing to do it for me anymore. I had to take it away
Broke the
from
news to
company.
him that everybody won the last.
And I don't know anything about stocks, so I just literally picked a couple random mutual funds and I
That's
I
good,
logged
though.
in. I logged in
Dude,
again
that's good,
6 months
though.
later. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a
I was
genius.
watching.
It's up
I was
30%.
watching. I was watching Utah Bought and Gone, and he kept talking about the stock market. So I think it was this like January 2023 or 22, right when it collapsed. Everything.
Right.
I invested money, and of course it wasn't much, very little. But I'm at a net loss. But I think I made like 50 cents on my eBay stocks. I'm pretty excited about that.
You got eBay
You
stock?
bought eBay stock?
I do. I
didn't
bought
make
eBay
any
stock.
money.
Yeah.
I'll buy some whatnot stock.
I want to be
I
like
had
Jay
eBay
Ride.
stock
I want to be
for a
like
long
Jay
time.
Ride and talk about owning eBay stock.
But no,
I had a lot of FedEx too for a while, but now they tick me off.
I'm a stock genius is the moral of the story. I'm a stock genius, and I'm very excited about it because
That's
I can't
good.
touch that money till I'm 65.
Did you make
You did
any
good
money?
though to just put. If you don't want to deal with it and don't know much, just stick it in a few big mutual funds and be done.
That's what I did.
Did you invest in GameStop and have diamond?
I didn't do
hands?
any individual stocks. I don't know how to do that. I was like, I'm just gonna put it and forget it. And I
And
forgot
look,
it for 6 months, and I
there
went
you
back
go.
and I was like, hey, it went up. That's cool.
Keep forgetting it.
I'll keep forgetting it. That's my plan. I'm just gonna keep forgetting. I'll
Check
look at
on it. Check on it in 20 years.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Then
is
Kevin,
this gonna
then Kevin's
last
like, Dave, you
for-
got to put money into a Rothman IRA, and I'm
You
like, what
said
the
you
you
who
were.
knows what
You
that
act
is?
like you didn't know
Kevin,
what
I'm
you're
playing a
doing.
bit
Yeah,
here.
Exactly. Yeah. See, Dave's got money. Don't listen to this nonsense.
Yeah, you did. The Roth
I have a role that I play
IRS.
on
You
this
give
show.
all your money to
Nobody
that.
would believe that Carrie has any of
A
that.
Roth IRA.
Or insurance.
You'd be surprised that I have over $100 in the stock market right
Kevin,
now.
if you or Carrie, if you move here, I'm gonna help you set up a Roth IRA. How about
Are
that?
you? Oh, that's exciting. I have money in Dogecoin too.
That's
Not to, I don't think it was a good idea. I think it was a
actually
bad
made
idea.
money
What did
on
you
that.
buy it, like a
I
bucket
did that
coin?
whole
I was
thing.
just like, it was cheap, so I'm like, I'll buy some.
It's like
I
half a
was
penny.
messing around with that stuff, and my boy was. I'm like, yeah, let's just ride this thing, and it just went nuts, and we cashed out. It was
See, I
fun.
didn't cash out.
Good time.
I rode the
I
crypto
have.
wave right
I
into
just
the
want
ground.
to. I just want to put money in and cash out when I'm super old. When I'm like Kevin's age, I'll cash out.
Dogecoin.
So, do you have like a notable sale, guys, that you want to talk about? Something
Notable.
like $100
Let's see.
plus. I don't want
Well,
anything
I
below
gave you a
$100.
Bonanza sale. I don't know
Sure,
if I
I
have a
have it.
$100 sale, Dave. I'm not like you living.
I
down
think
the
I
road,
have
I
honey.
have a $100 sale.
Here's
I
a
sold
Pretty
cool
sure
$100.
Don sold something for $100.
I sold a Filson hat. You know what? They're like hunting hats. They
Mm.
like had
Ooh,
ear
Filson.
flaps on them. Not much, just $61.70, but that's not a $100 sale. I don't know
Okay.
if I have a $100 sale.
My last sale, Dave, you'd like this, is that kitty kitten that Don found.
Nice, Tyco
That was
one.
the
The ones that you're
Tyco
allowed to
one.
sell.
I don't. I've never
Yeah.
bought that. I've got to get that in my mental.
much you sell it
image
for?
So I can get
It's
it.
$40, and it sold like Don posted it today.
That's
this
low,
is
yeah.
this is the key to being good at thrifting and also
Yeah.
eBay. Have Don find it, have
Maybe I
Don
should
post
drop
it,
mine.
have Don ship it, and I just kind of
This,
chill.
let me
I think I
tell
had
you,
mine
and
posted at 70. I should drop mine to 40 and just get it
The
going.
We're
first
aggressive
flea
though. We've
market.
always been that way.
the
Yeah.
first flea market we went to, I told Carrie this. I didn't tell Dave. I didn't want to get his ego up, but I told Carrie, I'm like, man, I need to get better at '90s, mid '90s toys and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like Carrie, you got it perfect. You got Dawn, and she knows, the stuff
The
that I know.
80s, yeah.
Recognize it. Just being able to recognize stuff. and you guys have that, and I still don't know a lot of that. But even then, just the fact that we're all different, we would go to the same table, and I picked up like two really good Animal Kingdom things, and then Dave comes in and literally buys the whole table. Right, bunch of tags. Like you probably sold all those Animal Kingdom tags and all that stuff that you got. No,
not yet, but I will.
But it was dirt cheap, and I just don't think like that. I'm just like, I'm picking up these two. I'm going to make money. And I'm taking them home. And Dave's like, this stuff's cheap. I'm buying it all, and you find one winner, and you're good.
Dude, he was so cheap, but you got a good bag out of that. Probably the best.
I did, but I was there first. My whole point was that if I would have done both of the things, got the winners and bought everything else, I would have done doubly as good. And I'm not a flea market kind of guy, and I need to get there. But
that's like Webster and those. I probably ruined Webster for myself now. Hopefully they'll forget about me being the back out coin guy by the time I go to Webster again. But like that, Webster especially and DeLon, they both like strike me as places where you get to know the dealers and like you could really build that relationship. And that was huge for us in Utah. Like I remember going to the vendors we'd work with, and they'd bring out totes of toys, and people would be picking through them. That
happened to us.
Yeah, no, but like I had a relationship at that point with that dealer. They were people were picking through it. I just went to them like, I'll take it all, and then I got it all, and then
Kevin,
everybody had to kick rocks.
On our way home from the web, like we were leaving the Webster, we finished doing the auction at that one item for you, right? We auctioned off 1 or 2 items for you. And we're going back to the car, and some guy, he stopped, like we see him, and we're like, oh, we talked to this guy last week. And he's like, hey, yeah, I brought stuff for you. And he opens up his trunk, and he pulls out bags full of action figures from the 90s and just pours them on the ground. I've been holding them for you all day. Like, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Did you buy them?
Yeah, we bought. I felt like I had to at that point.
I got like a bunch. I think I got the best stuff. I got the bag of the '90s Hasbro Mortal Kombat figures, which are like 20 a pop. And it was like
I sold
$5.
all that stuff on eBay or on Whatnot already. I don't even remember what I got for it.
Hey, one little fringe benefit of that trailer there. I wasn't even posting anything on social on Instagram or any of those things. And both of those days, I had tons of new subs. They never saw it before, and they were curious, and they looked it up.
He was doing mostly OnlyFans.
I missed that part.
61.70.
That's
yeah, I
good.
don't have.
Are those good
$100
subs
sale.
though, Kev? Are they going to actually watch your stuff?
Probably not.
Carrie, what did you?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I mean, I don't think I have like $100 sale. I've had a lot of decent sales though.
I know of other podcasts that like talk about their best sale and it's like $14. I'm just trying to avoid that.
I sold a DeWalt stereo for $65. I don't have $100 sale this weekend.
I've actually one $100 sale of mine was just 7 bars of Octagon soap.
Oh, I do have $100 sale. It's on Mercari, the site I forget that I even have. I sold. What did I sell? Oh yeah, Don was like, we sold a Harley Davidson like side mirror for the motorcycles, and of course I'm too scared to sell them on eBay because I'm afraid to get Veroed. So I just put it on Mercari and forgot about it for $120, man.
Dude,
and I got it for $12 at the DI.
I honestly think Mercari is really good. I sell a lot of stuff.
I'm selling like $100 plus items on Mercari.
Yeah, that's where we're doing.
We're me and my wife doing the crossless in Mercari right now.
We've just started to ramp it up.
So. Focus on golf clubs because I sell a lot of golf clubs.
Mulligan's Golf Shop. That's where I'm putting my golf clubs.
Oh, is that your?
Yeah.
Just check it out.
.com.
Got a .com though.
Hey, you know what I did sell, Carrie? Although I'm still very concerned. I'm still very concerned about my stupid teddy bear buy that you made me do.
Dude, you sold one for $100 on the first day, and I didn't even hear. I didn't get a text saying thank you, Carrie.
Dude, I'm only down $350. Thank you, Carrie.
Dude, that's only one teddy bear. You have like dozens more that won't sell ever. So you got to think of that.
They're gonna be such.
You sold one teddy bear, right?
For $100. No, I've sold 2. I sold one.
Dude,
for $35.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be like 1 or 2 a month until we're like 70.
Yeah, until every creator of the bear sues me.
No, what you're gonna get? Why would that happen?
Oh, this lady is still mad at me about the polar
bear. I felt bad that I said Joanne died, and she
eBay.
Actually messaged you on eBay.
For what? She said
because
that
my
for
picture.
real?
She's reporting me to eBay because my pictures still don't represent her work properly.
Oh, shut up. Okay, like eBay's gonna do something about that. Give me a break.
She said she's had listings taken down for that before.
No, she has not. There's no way. That's BS.
Baloney.
Have you groomed the grizzly?
Either way, I'm going to have a 1 out of 10 tomorrow.
Have you groomed the bear since
That's the bear.
That's did you groom it?
I groomed it and took new pictures, and she said the pictures are unacceptable still. And this is like just some bullcrap.
Block her.
Yeah.
I did block her. Yeah, I did block
Yeah,
her.
block her.
Jo-
Hey,
So okay,
Yeah.
do I need to take her name off the listing? Because I took her name out of the listing,
No,
thinking,
why?
well, because she could say that's my name and it's
So?
not my bear or something. She could lie
okay,
to
you
them.
can't use people's names. That's so dumb. I hate that. It's so dumb.
Okay, so I should put the name back in. It'll sell better if I put her name
Yes.
back in.
Yeah, put
Of
her name in.
course.
What is she gonna do if it gets? I don't think she's gonna be.
Are
I don't
you
think
going to
she has-
list a piece of art without mentioning the person who did it? Of course not. That's so dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, you got to let. You gotta the bear mafia or whoever's trying to get to you right now. You
They're
gotta
after me, bro.
zone them out, dude.
They're
Zone them out and
after me.
focus on the prize.
I'm nervous
They don't
about
want you in. They don't want you in selling their goods, dude. You stand tall. You stand tough,
All right.
like
So have
I
you
did
heard about
against
this?
the coin dealer. You got to be like me.
You just lie to him
Just
and try to
get
steal his
your
coins.
get your
Got it.
sleeveless shirt on and
Shut
send
up.
a picture. Send a picture to her
All right, Kev. Did we hear what?
of the eBay scammers scamming all these creators. I'm gonna give them your name because you guys have been left out thus far. I figure like you two should be
tell
scammed
me
like
about
we
it.
all
I haven't
are.
You're
heard
telling us we should get like just a
Well, the video's out. It's
duffel
out.
bag full of poop or whatever you got. I forgot. What
I
you
got
received.
it's out. The video's out. I can say this, but I got a rotten bag of carrots leaking through the bag. That's what I got back.
Okay.
Yeah, and some other
And he only
creators
does it
getting
to
garbage. I don't know. I don't know. I know that there's non-YouTubers have told me that it's happened to them, but I haven't seen pictures or anything. They just told me that, but it's happening to other folks. So, DeKalb, Illinois, if you get a package to a first-time buyer that's going to a
Okay.
frat house,
Don't do it.
don't ship it.
Okay. Well, we
Don't
have
ship it unless
we
you
have
want a tire sent back to you.
a tire wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
Like a
it's funny.
full-size tire?
John flipping
Like-
ain't easy got a tire sent back.
Like a huge tire.
Yeah,
Like, that's
just a tire
valuable.
with the sticker on it.
Was it working?
Yeah. He
Like I
sold
mean,
it.
like inflated.
He
Exactly.
sold- he
That
sold
was a
it
good
for
deal.
$45. What's
Yeah,
it?
I love it. That hats off to John. That's
This is
brilliant.
great
I love it.
content. I love
I
that.
hope he put that in his video because
I'm
I haven't
sure
seen
he
his video. It's coming out.
So,
too,
Captain Morgan River Adventures says hello over on Patreon. He says, I now have 2 memberships, a $10 one and a $5 one, as you should. Thank you, Captain. I appreciate
Try
that.
more.
I couldn't use my phone for the $10 membership, so okay, I guess I'm paying $15 an hour. This is it's I'm proud of you. This is guys, we all need to step up to Captain Morgan's level here. Everyone who's a
Exactly.
member,
I
we
feel
can't
like-
get anyone new. Can you
I
just
feel like
add another
Captain.
level?
I feel like Captain Morgan shouldn't be running a river adventure. That seems like you should be like sober and focused.
I feel like after paulsmerch.com, people should be clamoring for that level to
Yeah,
get
no,
some
we
advertising.
got a very loud response of nothing. No one.
Well,
zero
I
interest.
might have a limit on the number of people that can have that level because
You
of,
gotta open it up,
workload
man.
on
Open it
Carrie.
up.
So I could open
I
it
can.
up.
I'm good for it. I'll get it done in my own time. And
No,
Okay, so
Carrie,
anyways,
we're on
he-
track.
he
This
followed
is the
it
year
up.
of Carrie.
He
This
had
is
an
the
accurate.
year
Killing
of
it
Carrie.
everywhere, y'all.
What is killing?
Killing it. Carrie's killing it everywhere.
Oh, okay. Not on
So far, so
OnlyFans.
good.
No one is subscribing to his OnlyFans, and he's upset
yeah,
about it.
it's you know I'm just
Hey,
basically
he's putting
reading
everything
books,
he has
but
out
I'm butt
there.
naked, but I'm reading books.
You
I'm
got while
covered.
I've got you here, you've got to commit to one Dibdit a month to get these people some sales here.
Well, are we doing it on the 8th or
I'm
are
doing
those
it on
already-
the 8th. I signed up 3
Is
times.
that
'cause you
already-
two clowns didn't do
Is
nothing.
the
I'll
8th
do it. I
what
thought
day
it was
is the
full.
8th?
I think it's a Thursday. Dave.
I could do that. I'm going to hockey game carry on the 10th.
Oh, are you
see
going
the
to the
Icemen.
Orlando
The
Iceman?
Solar Bears are
Did you
coming, and
like
apparently they're
it?
gonna fight.
Is
Yeah,
that
it was
you're
fun.
going back? My
kids
daughter
liked
loved it. My wife took them to a hockey game, and my daughter
felt like-
I'm not going to like it. And then they started hitting each other. She's like, "Let's
That's what
go."
I'm
No,
saying.
that's what Dave loved the most too.
That's
But
what I
here's
love.
the thing, especially with minor league sports, the only thing you have to do as a fan is just get into it. Like there were some people there that are so into it. It's just insane. Like the guy that was sitting next to us, Dave.
He was
the
wild,
old
yeah.
couple. They were wild. I'm like, I'm just gonna fake that until I'm actually that person.
You got there
know what
by
I mean?
the end. You were like
By the end, I was the biggest Orlando. Weren't we like the
the
liver
Icemen.
iguanas
No,
or
we were
something?
The Icemen. Yeah.
No, but
the,
it was a different throwback jersey they had that day.
Lizard
Remember?
Kings.
Lizard
The
Kings.
Yeah.
Which
the Lizard
isn't
Kings.
Lizard King Picker? He's on the reseller locker room, right?
I believe so, yeah. So Captain Morgan had an actual question. By the way, full-time for 3 years, thanks to Kevin, and won't look back. Also a bonus for Kevin. I do well selling on Bonanza. I do around 15 to 20
Kevin's
sales
alt account.
a day on eBay and 10
Oh,
sales a
thought you were
week
gonna
on
say that.
Bonanza. 10 sales a week on Bonanza.
That's a lot.
That's
Yeah.
insane. What is
That's
he
a
selling?
lot for me.
Yeah.
Wait,
wanna
I
see
might
your
get
store.
1 or 2.
To have
a
10
week.
sales a week on Bonanza, like 3 million listings? I mean, how many
He
listings?
says he
would
has
you-
2,700.
Oh, okay.
Kevin, how many listings do you have right now?
That is
I
a
have the
good
most
question.
of anybody. I
You do,
guarantee
but
it.
they're cards, right? They're like
Yeah, but it counts, dude. It
Actually,
counts.
I'd be
Numbers.
interested because you know how like you go to your listings and it'll tell you the quantity of listings and the total value of your listings, Carrie? Do you know where that?
Yeah,
wanna
Yeah,
know
I
I'd
where
have
wouldn't
to
know how to
think.
find it.
I don't even know.
But
I
I
have
bet-
I have over 6.6 thousand because they
If you go
changed
to
the
just
layout.
listings and then
1,356.
I'd have to go on the
1356.
computer to figure that out. I mean, I'm doing this on
And
the
Kevin,
computer.
how much money does it say that is?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
You know, like it says,
Yeah,
oh,
it doesn't say it in this one. I don't know how to find it.
Oh, are you on
Not
your
as
phone?
much as you, I can tell you that.
Well, you probably.
Yeah, I have 6.6
Um,
thousand listings, and I have $4,000 in listings.
Over
Are you
80.
joking, or
Over
that's real?
80,000.
I have 80 cents average ASP.
So you're lying.
No, I'm lying. I don't know. What
Over
it is. I'll look.
80,000.
This is
Where does it
80
say
grand.
it?
Yeah,
Where
it's
does
right
it
here,
say
Carrie.
it?
So I'm showing my
Oh.
screen. So it says like 654, 30,000 in listings.
Okay, so and I have 6,600, and I also have 32,000 in listings.
Okay.
I'm just barely
well, it's
above
cheaper
you.
cards though. That's why.
Yeah.
And Kevin, you said
Well,
you
I
have
don't think-
80,000 in listings.
Yes, but it doesn't count the multi-quantity, and I got like
you also
500
have those
ET
Princess
picks.
Dianas you're taking a shot on at 10 grand a piece, and I think they're gonna sell. I think those Beanie Babies are gonna sell for the 10.
If
grand.
anybody
Just
could
keep
sell them,
at it.
Dave, it would be you.
Yeah.
You and Carrie could sell just about anything on Whatnot. I believe
I
that.
thought you were drinking a Propel. What's happening over there, Carrie?
No,
Your drink
that was
keeps
an old
transforming.
Propel. I have like a graveyard of Propels over here, and a graveyard of Pepsis. Like this
Oh,
one's
dude,
full
I want
still.
someone to make that Photoshop. Carrie in the Propel graveyard.
I've got that many of those. I've got one Propel. I've got two Propels.
Dude, actually,
got
this is funny.
3
This is a funny
Propels.
thing. So
I've got
Carrie's in my
this.
car, right? Carrie's in my car the whole week, and he does
I've
something
got
I've never
this
seen
Propel.
anyone do before. So you know how like
I want to hear this. Why
Yeah,
haven't
you
you
know-
told me this
Propel.
already?
I didn't think about it till just now, but like
Got this Pepsi.
every time you're in a car, especially if you're a slob like me, you end up filling all the cup holders with old drinks. Then you have to I got a drink. All my cup holders are full.
Stop at
Yeah,
Bucky's.
My
throw it all
desperate
away.
measure, my desperate measure is I dump out one and I put it in the door. And then I know I'm at capacity, right? Next time I find a trash can, I throw it out. Carrie has no capacity, right? Like he'll have a half full, pistachio latte, and there's no spots in the car. He'll just set it up on the dash, and we'll be driving. He'll put one at his feet, and they're just everywhere, full of liquid. And I'm like, these are good as spill, but they don't
I need
spill.
one.
He has.
I need one of
skill.
those Stanleys because they nothing can happen. You can drop them.
Just mix stuff. Latte.
Like at no point
Propel,
did it occur to Carrie to
soda.
throw one of them out, right? They're just like, I can find a spot. I'll just put it in
It's
between
simple.
the
It's
chair
simple.
and the
If I'm-
center console. It'll fit.
If you go and watch all the podcasts, I'm drinking the whole time, and that's really the key with me. I'm either drinking something or peeing.
Yeah.
At
Carrie
all
gets
times.
out
One
at
of
the
the
thrift
two.
store, and they just all fall
They
out
just,
of the
I
car.
just can imagine somebody
They have.
beverage-
That happened the other day.
Slams
Not,
the doors, yeah.
not at the thrift store, but just in our parking lot. Here. So
driving.
even more
And there's
embarrassing.
just like 12 cups on the ground next to his feet, and he's like trying to move
pretty
around
sure.
him to press. The
I'm pretty
gas.
sure there's at least a dozen times in my life that I've opened the door up and a Burger King bag has just flown out because it's windy, and I chase it down, but I don't chase it down, but I act like I do, so you guys think I'm a good person. I just let it go.
So that's
wherever
why
the
I
wind
wanna,
takes
that's why I
it.
kind of
Give it
want
the
to
old
see.
college
That's why I
try.
kind of want to see your Propel graveyard. Like you should send me a picture. I bet there's so many.
Somebody
like,
can
more than
photo-
you think there is.
I have 7 around me, and I think I threw some out yesterday. So yeah, I drink too many.
But they're not just like there's not enough desk space, right? So you got one up on the screen of the laptop, you got one on your camera.
I have like a good sized table here, but I always find a way to totally destroy it at all
Yeah.
times. Like I
No,
mean,
I'm
look
the
at
same.
the
You've been in my
like
space.
I've done no work on this at all ever. The shelving, so it's just stuff I throw there until it gets embarrassing, and I'm not embarrassed yet.
Okay, Running for the King said, "What's something you enjoy selling, even though it isn't always very profitable, besides cards?" Besides cards.
Besides card, please, we can't hear you. Although I was
got
impressed.
Kevin's
so
into
many
selling
things.
Playboys and any sort of smut.
No,
Yeah, he
I
You know,
don't
loves-
he
do
can't
that.
get much
You do
for it,
that.
but he just loves
Yeah,
it.
You do
He
that.
just
KY
loves
jelly,
smut.
which is
Yes,
weird.
big time.
Smut. I don't sell that.
Kevin, you can tell us what you sell. What do you sell? That's
Come
not
on, what is it,
Tupperware,
buddy?
right?
Yeah, it's
A
lids.
Tupperware, ashtrays,
Literally
there's plenty
everything
of
he
stuff.
sells
Toys.
isn't
Like
worth much.
I bought this.
ET pins.
It was the video just came out, but it was about my first trip down there at Webster. And this guy was, sometimes it's you want to make a deal, it's not quite there. And I was buying this stuff, and I saw this little Tomy Pokemon figure, tiny little guy, and I got him to throw it in, and that made the deal good. And I put the thing up there, $8 plus shipping. And this guy just ripped me apart. Like, why would you want to do $8? I'm like, it's a Tomy Pokemon.
The guy
thing.
who bought it ripped you apart?
No, somebody in the comments.
You need to be more clear. Why was he ripping you apart?
Because I was buying something for $8 plus shipping that was that was not replenishable. Like that's the dumbest
Oh,
thing in
you
the
were
world. But
selling
it was
something
cool.
for only $8.
Don't
Yeah,
you buy something that's cool
I do.
sometimes?
I did
I
just
do
'cause
that
you like
with
it?
the. I love the Schleich and the Poppos, like the
Yep.
little animals and
The
the
Jurassic
knights.
Park dinosaurs.
Yeah, I love all that kind
Yep.
of the Jurassic Park dinosaurs that are like 5. They
The
used to be more, but are
pogs. The
pogs,
pogs.
slammers.
Yeah.
Hey,
Slammers.
listen,
yeah.
I did that this weekend at the flea market. I bought a whole table of Jurassic Park dinosaurs, and I'm struggling because I'm sitting here and
You
I'm
tried to make me do that at 301, and I'm like, dude, I don't really want these, Dave. You're
And
like,
I'm
yeah, we're
watching-
buying them.
I'm watching Star Trek, and I'm listing the dinosaurs, and I'm like, dude, I have to list this for $12. That's below my limit, but I like them and I want to list them, and I had to like
I'm all
force
for
myself
listing
to
what
stop.
you. No, just enjoy your life, man.
But I can just put them in a lot on Whatnot, and I can
I
get,
know.
half the value. But
I think
still, like,
that
they're
all the
gone in a
time, but
minute.
I'm like,
Give
but it's
them
not
to-
any fun.
Jocelyn, she could probably get $80, $90 for them babies.
Yeah, that's true. But I had
Yeah.
to stop. I don't know. I'm a little torn on them because I enjoy listing. I joined the crap. I really like listing them. Kevin, I bought a Department 56 reindeer. That's like a planter. Have you ever heard of such a thing? It's enormous.
No.
I cannot find Eric, Carrie, maybe you or Dawn. Like I've never heard of such a thing. But how am I going to?
I sold some Department 56 today, so.
This type of thing, though. Have you ever seen such a thing?
Yeah, I don't love that
I can't
one.
wait to see Tina.
But
ship
how is that a Department 56? And like, is it worth something? Do you think?
Well, didn't you do any research before you bought it?
I can't find it. I still can't find it. I can't find it.
What
on
did you
Google.
pay?
$3.
You're fine. You'll make money on it, but it's going to be a pain in the butt to
Yeah.
ship.
Is he wearing a Kamala Picker shirt?
Do I just make up a price?
That's
you think?
no, I thought it was a Kamala Picker shirt. Hey,
No, it's a
I thought I had my
Patagonia.
turn on.
Patagonia. He's a
I'm
Patagonia bro.
Hey,
Carrie,
we're
what do I do?
three
Just
members
make up a
away from
price?
2,000 on Dividend.
If you can't find it, I would
can't
put
find
it at like 50, 60, 70 at least. Why not? And then let the best offers, if you get them, determine if it's
try it.
worth less.
2,000 on Dibdit. Guys, go subscribe to Dibdit. Kevin's mad because me and Carrie have intentionally been ghosting him about Dibdit just to make him
Yes,
angry.
you're ticking me off. Ridiculous. I've been doing everything over there.
Well, welcome to my world, Mr. Golf Club.
In my defense, here's the thing: you guys just got to lower expectations so low that nobody really gets mad at you if you don't do anything.
The thing about Dibdit, okay, is people need to just get on there and do lives.
Yeah,
Everyone
just
who's
do it.
on there as a seller, just do lives with or without us, and start getting your name out there. I want, people should like just always be
But-
able to go there and find cool stuff for sale.
But the
Like
first time
DD's
that
Cards
they're
is
on
just
there, they need-
doing his thing
He's
every
just
week.
doing it.
doing
Yeah.
it.
You got it. We need some
Mojo,
like people
all
that'll
of
take
you.
initiative and just sell without
Because
us like
it's
initiating
working.
it.
Like Eric's over there selling on One Stop
One-Stop
Shop,
Shop,
and they're
like, all
small,
the time,
and
and
he's
he's
just
doing good.
selling,
He's doing good,
selling
so.
because that auction shows up in District in the live, and there's not many options.
Yeah.
So get on
People,
there.
yeah, we need people to do
I'm
that.
selling off all those consoles because I don't want to ship them on Whatnot because Dave screws me over on the shipping. So I'm selling
Yeah, well, we
all of
learned
the
something. We
consoles
learned
on
something on
Dibdit
Whatnot.
because I can manage the shipping better.
He
and
loves
send
that.
massive
When he makes an extra 17 cents off of you folks.
Yo,
on the
that's something
shipping,
we need to
he
talk
loves
about.
that.
Y'all,
Do
the
we?
money that just
Oh, I made fun of you in my flipper
sifts
video for
through
this. Yeah.
Dave's room in there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's insane. He's like, Tina's like, I don't have a box for this. Just throw it at number 7. I'm like, dude, that's got to go priority. It's huge. It's
Yeah, so
heavy.
it's like $4 extra bucks.
It
whatever.
was $11 more. I
Yeah,
looked
what's
it up.
$11
$10.97.
It's a write-off.
GPS
Kevin.
deserves the money.
for not finding an extra box. I'm like, Tina, don't. I'm like, Tina, I can't watch you do this. I
You'd be
cannot
really
watch
mad.
you
I
do
shipped
this.
this whole Whatnot order the other day on my live. I had no tape or no paper, so I was just using bubble wrap for everything.
Oh my gosh, dude! And how much bubble wrap do you go through? How often do you
Lot.
get
It's
them?
very expensive. It's high.
Have you guys ever run out of everything where you're just using computer paper as
What?
to?
Oh no, I haven't
I've done
there.
that many times. That's why I
I
don't do
haven't
shipping anymore. I wasn't good at it.
Yeah.
You would be
Kevin-
shocked at how little bubble wrap I use over the course of a year.
Really?
I don't even use. We don't use bubble wrap.
I bet
hardly
I
at
don't
all.
use 25 rolls of bubble wrap in a year. Dave.
I probably use like 6.
I
a
use
month,
more than
maybe
that.
8 a month.
American Bubble Boy though is what I use.
I
8 a
probably use 8
month.
Yeah,
Well,
8
you do a
month.
lot of more Whatnot shows, but
6 to 8
still,
a month. Yeah.
everything doesn't need bubble wrap.
Well, listen, bubble wrap just
Certainly,
makes
plush
the world go
don't need
around.
bubble wrap, Dave.
Listen,
I
plush
think a lot of
needs much
people
more.
buy from Dave just because they want to
They
play
need
with the
from-
bubble
they need
wrap.
They want
wanna
the free
pop that.
supplies.
They need
They want the free
supplies.
anxiety relief from having to deal with buying from Dave.
Guys, just bid $2 higher because you know you're getting that free bubble wrap goodness. You know?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. But hey, I'm all about the details, man. I don't know. I always have been.
What can we
Even
do,
teaching.
Kevin? What
I was
can
a
we do to
coach.
get our
I
eBay
wanted to-
sales up? Should we promote items finally? Nah.
Yeah. Should we do the Google one? I've heard that's a thing.
Hey, actually, no. This is a question. Yeah. So, if you are following this show, if you're here this late, are you having an eBay slowdown and also promoting your items? Because I don't promote my items. Kevin doesn't promote his items. I don't think Carrie promotes his items.
Yeah, he
I
does.
do.
So, oh, you
I
do.
do.
So, are you having a slowdown?
I pay
Carrie?
attention, Carrie. He was adapting years ago, and he started to.
I
It's
don't-
like, are your sales
I
less
just-
this week than the week prior?
They're
Mine
more
was
because I'm
shut
home.
down. Yeah,
listing.
exactly.
Oh, true. Well, I want to know from people who haven't been traveling, like, if you're
Mine-
promoting, are you seeing the slowdown, or maybe eBay is really only pushing promoted right now? Maybe it's
I
something
don't
like
think
that.
so. I personally think that what are they showing for their promotion? Their revenues are not up.
Look,
Yeah.
I don't see that they're getting anything from this. I think that the cost of goods for everything is going up on eBay, and they're
Shipping's gone way
becoming
up.
less. But yeah, that and the fact that they're charging promoted fees, we're not all just going to say, "Oh, okay, we're going to take that hit without bumping the price up." The cost of the merchandise on eBay has gone up, and now eBay's not the best option all the time, and so their
People
sales are
shopping at
down.
Bonanza.
There you go.
Well, dude, when I try to list anything Ground Advantage now on eBay, like almost everything that's a pound at least is just popping up that the customer is going to get charged $8 to $9 for Ground Advantage. $8 to $9 for Ground Advantage on a pound
There-
item. from
Wait a
where I'm
minute.
at.
Oh, I thought you weren't doing calculated shipping.
when Kevin
sometimes.
started on
Oh,
eBay,
they do
you could just
50-50.
put when you
Okay.
started on eBay, Kevin, you could just put a stamp on anything, right? And that would be
Yeah,
good enough.
Probably. Back in
Just
the
to
day.
get it wherever.
Well,
The
you might have to put a
50s,
lot
yeah.
of them at it.
The roaring 50.
Dude, my
Wait a
mom
minute.
was so
I
offended.
gotta get this.
Oh, finish your thing and then I'll
No,
tell my
I
mom's
finished
story.
this with you. 50-50, so you don't do flat rate. You do free and calculated.
Yeah.
Okay, I would definitely not, especially in Florida. That's one thing I learned down there.
Okay.
Calculated there is really,
It's brutal.
it's a tough place.
Yeah.
I think I would go to flat rate, Dave.
Really?
Yeah, I think you'll bump your sales on those kind of things
Okay,
because
so what,
it's
what-
outrageous.
Do
The
I need to get flat
overpricing
rate
is-
boxes then? Right?
No, dude, shut up. You don't.
Oh, you mean
know.
charge flat rate?
Yeah, just charge a
I
flat
get you.
rate.
I get you.
Please don't get.
Well, I was like, I've
like-
never used the flat rate boxes. I guess I could do that. Kevin did
No,
a video about
do
it
not
back in the day.
use flat rate boxes.
Just
ever.
use Walmart boxes for everything, and it doesn't even have to be the
But
right
look,
size, guys.
With this
as long
new
as it
increase,
works.
the new postal increase, they bump priority more than Ground Advantage. So even those times where you see priority being cheaper than Ground Advantage, that's even becoming less and less of a chance. Although it's still, I still
Stuff in
ship priority
Florida,
mail.
Priority's cheaper when I'm shipping to Florida still.
It's kind of sad though. Man, the priority mail boxes was so nice. I had all
I
the
know.
slots in there
I
perfect. I
literally
had to
just spent
change them.
$500 buying.
Yeah, has that
boxes.
Yeah.
has that
Five.
cratered your table? Like what is that PDF you sell
Yeah.
to people?
I
Has
still-
that cratered
I still-
it?
I
Are you?
I would say
So where are
cratered
you
it. We
buying
still
boxes,
sell them.
Kevin? Where do you buy boxes? You need
Dave,
$500.
you
worth
know
of
the
boxes.
answer to this.
Supply Hut, right?
No, do you remember me telling you that this thing is really, really unfortunate? Like over a year ago, because I said what was coming with priority mail, and people are gonna have to buy boxes. I'm like, this
Yeah.
is going to be a huge disaster because this could be a huge boon for people who have a code for something because boxes are becoming more and more
I still
important.
use my code on Supply Hut.
Hey, can we give me a little credit for
Do you-
seeing the future here and always
Yeah.
just using Walmart boxes and now?
Well, let me tell you,
it
Kerry.
makes
Here's
sense.
my
Not bad.
answer. So, Dave, do you remember
4D
when they
chess?
did that whole thing, and then he put that like, "Here's your 50% off" or whatever?
You went crazy
somebody
and
made?
bought like tons and tons
I
of boxes.
filled my shit up with them, so I still have a bunch. But
Oh.
Carrie,
So you're
is-
the jerk who took all the freaking
whatever
boxes.
you took
course.
some too, dude. They all did.
Wow.
Listen,
Wow.
but Carrie's
Wow.
right, and I actually think that certainly last minute kind of stuff. I like to get certain size boxes and buy them in bulk and pay for them. But Walmart is it's almost they're just a little bit more, and it's
I don't-
almost
I don't know.
worth
They
it.
might be
It's-
cheaper than everywhere.
They're not, but they're
I
not
was on-
far off.
Well,
It's not
they
that
don't have
far
as
off,
many
yeah.
sizes either. So I was on Supply Hut and I spent $500. I used my own coupon code. And
I gotta-
so that's cool.
Yeah. Well, here's the key though: is if you do Walmart, you don't have to store it all. So you might
Yeah.
pay a little bit of a premium,
yeah,
but you don't
yeah.
have to store it all. Although it's not always there when you need it. So I do a mix of both.
I was all
is what I
excited.
do.
Oh, Carrie, what do you got to say?
No, I got a kick out of the fact that you had a golf club box, and I'm like, oh, you don't just Frankenbox when you
Oh,
sell
I love
a
my
golf club.
Dude, golf club.
I'm like,
club
this is
boxes
so
are
much better.
amazing. 4x4x48s will change your opinion on
Yes.
sourcing golf clubs.
Yes. Although
That
a lot
was
of golf
my
clubs don't
nickname in
fit.
college.
I don't need
by the way.
competition.
Well, I know you got those from Supply Hut because they're
I
the
did.
only ones, well, not the only ones, but a competitive. Why are we giving them a promo, for goodness sake? What are we doing?
They've got decent bread. Well, listen, I went to the boxery. I was trying the boxery.
They're expensive.
And it was
Not
actually
as
looking
expensive
really
as
cheap.
you like.
It was looking really cheap, but then you go to the shipping, and shipping was $200. And I was like, oh, just kidding. Because it was like 83 cents a box. I was like, yeah, fill my cart.
Can we have like a hot box talk
We
segment
need
every
to get
episode where we
a
just talk
sponsor.
boxes?
What's the,
Hot boxes.
you know,
Isn't that
everybody
like when
talks
they do the
about
marijuana?
Granger.
That's when you do the
now.
marijuana. Yeah.
Everybody talks about Granger, and there's different people that got local pickups and stuff, but I don't know.
I get all of my boxes from the U-Haul store because they're only 70% more. Have you ever tried to get a box at the U-Haul
I
store?
did. I've got some. It was
It's
$8.
so
He
expensive.
overpaid for it. I yelled at him.
So
So
expensive.
dumb.
He
But
did
we got
that.
a dump right down here, and they have a giant cardboard recycle thing. So if I ever need anything odd, we just go down there and grab it.
Yeah. Did you? So there's another show that does like pathetic sale of the week. I do kind of like that concept.
Okay,
we
I
steal
like
it?
that.
It's
Yeah,
not
we should do it,
trademarked.
Carrie.
Sure,
What's your
I
pathetic
like
sale
it.
of the
Let's
week?
steal it. I gotta
Well,
find it.
it can't be a $1.50 card, or can it be a $1.50?
Sure.
Card? Well, you got to give me a second. I have to look. I don't
Wait
have
a
them
minute, I've got
memorized.
20 of those sales.
Yeah, I could. The first one I
sold
see.
something else.
I sold. I was pretty excited. I sold a Jared Goff rookie card before he lost for $2. Now that person's stuck. They got to keep it.
Worst
Goff.
sale
It's
of
Goff.
the week.
Jared Goff. What did I
He's
call
the
him?
one from the
Garf?
Lions.
Yeah, he was the one you
I
were
saw him
rooting
play
for.
tonight,
You
yeah.
were a big fan your whole life for 2 minutes when you thought he could get 10 points in 2 minutes.
Yeah. I don't understand how sports work, guys. I don't
You don't.
understand.
Hmm.
Did you? Sorry, Callie was talking to me. Did you actually say what the price was for your pathetic sale, Carrie? I kind of missed it.
$2. Jared Goff rookie.
Okay. Well, no,
My-
dude. I feel like it's a cop out for you to do a card. What's a
Well, that's why I
non-card?
said I asked you if a
I was
card
talking
would
to
work.
Callie. I missed it.
Well, the other sales aren't
Oh,
carried.
I got a bad
Goff.
one. I got a bad one. I'm excited.
Okay.
So the Left Behind series. That's where like
I have like
the-
6 of those out of 10.
I have a double autograph one signed by both the authors. I got it the DI. I thought it was great, right? It was like $2. I'm like, this
Tim
is worth
LaHaye?
a lot. It sold for $5.
Matthew McConaughey,
That's
I
what they
met
sell
Tim.
for.
$5. Okay.
Tim
Hey.
LaHaye.
That's not great. And
The
Kevin,
ice
find
rink
one?
is named after him. My worst sale of the week is a $9.99 plus shipping Toy Story 3 PS2 game.
Yeah.
Black label.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I only
Black
do
Label.
good sales, so I don't have
Complete.
anything to contribute.
I'm 15 or
Dave,
above.
you're such a dog. He set us up, Gary. He set us up.
No, I have a bad one. I sold the Lighthouse for 16 free shipping, and shipping cost me 8. So that's
Like
$8.
you don't really have to tell us your bad sales. We know your bad buys. They're right behind you. That
yeah,
giant
well, that's
bear.
the real problem. I did my flipper order pull today, and like everything, I was breaking even on. I said, "Well, I broke even on that one. I broke even on that. I lost some money on this." It was
You guys
bad
got to
Start doing
remember
flat
the
rate,
profit's
Dave.
coming from the content, not from my
Yeah.
sales.
I maybe need to do flat rate, but
Start doing flat
Kevin,
rate.
here's my
What?
question: how is flat rate different? So if I use
It's
flat
not
rate-
different than free shipping. It's
That's what I'm
not.
saying.
It's psychologically different, and there is a little bit of
better?
difference on
Is
the
it
back
better
end.
than free shipping psychologically? How?
Yeah, it's. Have you ever met somebody that they'll buy something? And, oh, how much you pay for that? And they're like, we talked about this before. They're like, oh, I paid $16 for it, but it was really $16.99.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So in their mind, how much did you pay for this? Oh, it was only $18 plus shipping.
So you think okay? Because I
Plus,
find
on
myself
the
sitting
return-
there. I've literally been looking at that flat rate enter thing, and I'm like, maybe I'll just do $8 flat rate. And I said, but at that point, I'll just do 24 free shipping.
Right. It is the same thing.
It's the same thing.
It is. And so there's two things. One is it gets you a bump. If you're doing free shipping, then the people who are looking for free shipping get a bump in the search, right? But the overall cost of the item is the same, and most people search by that. So I would say, $7.99 instead of $8. But that's minor stuff. But the other part of it is on the return. Is if somebody returns something that's not an INAD, don't give them their original shipping back. They're like, oh, I changed my mind. You can't do that when you offer free shipping, but you can do it when you
INAD.
offer shipping.
INAD.
Item not as described.
Okay.
Dave, Micah,
Dude, we
you
got
know
listeners who may
stuff.
not know this. Kevin.
I'm pretty sure
listen,
you get those on the regular day.
I would figure that as a teacher, you wouldn't shame someone for having a question. No question's a dumb question.
Oh, I shame people. Dude, all you have to do is shame one, and then you can avoid having to deal with.
Wow,
a lot
look
of
at
other
this.
people.
Wow,
Look at
what
this.
a terrible teacher. No wonder he got fired.
Wow, no.
No, it's the
Yeah, no
things
wonder
that
he
used
got
to make
fired.
school work. Well, that's true. The things that used to make school work, where kids were a little bit like, I don't know what this dude's gonna do to me. Now they don't. Now they know, right? So
Yeah.
they didn't know with me. So you got to bring
Yeah,
back
the
all that
pineapple
old school
tattoo. They were
stuff.
like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, they don't want the old creepy goblin to get mad at them. That's how they did their homework back in the day.
Thanks for watching Trash to Cash. We'll see you next week.